No telling what's going to happen in your life today. As you come into this show, you may end up smiling and dancing. There are moments in which you may feel that you have just entered another time zone. But remember, I am with you every step of the way. NATV Network, baby. Let's see what I got. Got a good show for you today. Don't ask me what we're going to be doing, but I got company. Jam it up, baby. Got to get all my props and stuff, get my toys and my stuff and bringing it in. It's Friday. I just took a nap. I just told Susie when I wake up from a nap, no telling what may happen on the show. This is NATV Network. Dodgers in the World Series. Lakers play tonight. Susie's moving to New York. She's now my arch enemy. Even though she's a Mets fan. Yankees. NATV Network, NATV Podcast, NATV Radio, NATV Live. All of it under the umbrella of REMG, Rhythm Entertainment Media Group. None of this is supposed to make sense today, but we are going to talk about something that a lot of people want to talk about, and we're going to do it because we talk about it, and this is not a word salad. Poor Susie. She's looking at me right now going like, why did I say yes to this guy today? I see you laughing. I see you laughing. Chat, I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to get to you in just a second. But the music means nothing to you maybe over there, but it's feeling it over here off the coast of California. Go to Instagram if you want to check out NATV Radio. We got a lot we'll be posting over there. But for right now, another song's coming your way. New member of the channel. She was here a little bit earlier. Oh, man, you guys. We're going to be talking about narcissistic abuse and a whole lot more today. And Crystal may show up. Susie will definitely be here. But right now, I got to show some love to the lady herself, living imperfectly perfect. Gemma Blythe. New member of the channel. Susie's a member of the channel. Crystal's a member of the channel. Dr. Marnie Hill, member of the channel, and a whole lot more. Claudetta, Miroslava, all of you, and the ones I didn't mention, you know I love you. I'm going to show you some love. Mia's here. There were some really silly things I used to do when my children were little. They found it entertaining, and I can't get them out of my system now that they're older. If they get married, I'm going to do it at their wedding. I think I'm going to do a dad dance, you know, a dance that they will never forget and be embarrassed. Why are you laughing at me, Susie? I got a video that I could show you of me dancing. That's supposed to be a promo video. I'm still working on it. So when you guys see that promo video for the channel, little commercial thing of me dancing, you could rate the dance. You're going to rate the dance. I think I'm going to make like 6 of them. Then you could rate the dance. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. Music is very good for your recovery. Remember, you had an injury, you're healing, then there's recovery, then there's restoration, and then there's transformation. Just cut this part of the show out and you can use it over and over. Remember that. What did she say? Did Susie send you the picture? Wait a minute. Hey, Susie, are you supposed to give me pictures? Okay, all right. Come on, I'll bring you in now.
Hi.
Gonna
Mia, I have
switch
all
over.
those pictures. Oh my goodness.
You got pictures you didn't send
yeah.
me? You're
She
so
took it
you're,
like the best
you've never been
screenshots
hired, but
of
you're
us
never been hired, but you're
laughing.
so fired. Well, wait, what was that? What was that?
I'm sending them now.
Oh,
I'm sending
did you
them
send
now.
it?
I'm doing it right now.
She wants me to do stuff during the show. Women, I'm gonna. This okay.
It's all good.
Let me see. Let me push a button. I think I got something here that I was working on, and you're getting some love on the screen too. And thank you, Mama Bear. Much love. She says hi to me, and then she says hi to you. I forgot. I'm not ignoring everybody there. I'm doing that.
I'm looking for my photos. Stay with me, everyone.
All right. So, everybody seriously consider this. Mama Bear and Mia, if for some reason or another you get something in your DM or something from us here at NATV, it may be that we may gift you I just got to figure out how to do it. Everybody else on YouTube knows how to do it. We're going to gift you a membership so that you can try it out for a month. And then if you want to keep doing that, you can do that as well. I'll be announcing all that stuff hopefully next week, Friday. Or we may be giving them away or something like that for a month for you to check out.
So
stuff.
awesome.
And a whole bunch of other stuff we're going to be doing. Susie and I are going to be doing some members only stuff and stuff that she has no idea what we talked about. So you got pictures you sent me. Wait a minute, let me look.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right. What are you doing? WhatsApp? You WhatsApping me or what?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I have to save them first. Boy, I
Yeah, do what you got to do there. Hey,
What?
wait, hold. Hey, what the?
Hey,
Ricardo's here. Ricardo's in the house.
hold on. Someone at the car dealership was dancing to your video. Hold on.
No
Speaking
way.
of dancing, bro in the car dealership saw your video. He said, you don't just have the wave. Wait, what? He said you don't. Hold on, Paxton.
From last week.
I sent you that.
I know I was gonna
one in New York.
I know, but I'm saving it. I'm saving it.
Rick, we have a surprise.
Yes. That's why I just told you save it so you wouldn't say it. So
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. I started working on it. I went like, no, I had some other ideas that I could do to make it better before I thought I had the final video. And I went like, nope, I'm saving it because I just came up with another idea how to make it better. But yeah, I see the pictures coming in now. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Okay.
So we
Thank
have
you.
something, Rick, and it's because of you. And Susie
Yes.
found it in New York, right? In New York or no?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. I couldn't remember.
I had to go across 6 lanes, pull behind a
did?
building,
Oh, you
get
didn't
out
tell
of
me
the car. Yeah.
What's this crazy
It
lady?
was-
What is she doing?
And I had to go because you can't do a U-turn. So you
the
got to
New
go.
Yorkers-
It's all new driving, man. And
Yeah.
they move. They know how to drive.
Yeah, you're not in Connecticut anymore. You're not in Kansas
No.
anymore, lady.
I'm not going around the roundabout like 5 times anymore.
Wait, and all the Connecticut people are looking at you going like, she's from New York. She's from New
They
York.
know
You
I'm
can
from
tell.
New York.
She-
They
she's a
all
Met-
know me.
She's
They
a Mets,
know.
She's a Mets fan. That's why she
That's
drives
right.
like that.
Right. I don't care if they didn't make it. I'm still a diehard Mets fan.
There you go. There you go. We already had this discussion, and I told you,
Yes.
it's okay. You've been forgiven. But
Thank
anyhow,
you.
so- that's good. I'm just teasing. Let's see here. Well, so right now, not that you really are seriously concerned about it, but are you all of a sudden a Yankees fan because they're in the World Series?
Here's the thing. If you're from New York, you have to be. At this point, okay, we want the Mets to win. I think I could speak for everyone, but why wouldn't we want the Yankees now? Right?
Because you have common sense. You wouldn't want something like that.
You be quiet. Wait, I didn't even know the Dodgers got in. The Dodgers are in.
You're not but you're not supposed to have that kind of information because you follow a team that is of lesser caliber.
Let me tell you something. I got family history with the Dodgers before they moved over to California.
I know,
so
so
let's
does
not
that
even
mean you're
go
a
there.
traitor? Does that mean you're a traitor then? Because you're
No.
I'm just saying.
They're not here anymore.
Yeah,
They're out of New York, so I let them go.
Okay. So they're not around, so I can switch
That's
teams.
it.
That's right.
That's
I can
it.
switch teams.
Now
Okay.
it's Mets.
Uh-oh.
Rick's always been a Yankees fan.
Oh,
Well, you
God,
must
he's
be
starting
happy
trouble.
then.
Yeah, he's got to be very happy because the
Yeah.
series. I don't
Well,
think the series started.
congratulations.
The series hasn't started yet, so he's happy right now until they lose.
Hmm.
Boston's in the house. Marianne
Red
goes,
Sox.
ooh, Red
Ooh,
Sox.
throwing a
Ooh,
wrench in the mix
that
here.
Yankee Red Sox fight right here in the chat. That's be like just kind of having a.
Mm.
Okay, you guys, be nice to each other. Play as they say in Toy Story. Play nice. Play nice. All right, so we have some things we're going to talk about on the second half of this show, but the first half of the show, we are going to somewhat be serious, but not exactly, because we're going to talk about want to spot a narcissist. I was going to really put a graphic up for that, but I got lazy. Want to spot a narcissist? Watch this now. Well, this is what you're watching us. There's no thing I'm going to put up. I was, but I changed my mind. When it comes to a narcissist, there are a number of things that we could all talk about. It's the popular thing to do. But understanding narcissism and seeing exactly how it plays itself into people's lives to the point of destroying their dignity, their dreams, and, even their peace, it can happen. But, Susie, you posed this as a question on Facebook, and that changed everything for you and I for tonight, because you got response. You got response which trumps. Let me rephrase that. Which supersedes anything that I'm gonna do. As my show is non-political, by the way. I just thought about I said that word when people go like, "Oh man,
Didn't even
we
think
hate
of that
him
one.
now." Yeah, I didn't think of that one. So I'm gonna say a few things, and then you talk about what you got there from Facebook, because people sent you a bunch of stuff. Key traits of a narcissist. For those of you passing through for the first time, or those of you who may hear this and want to chime in, one of them is they're always the center of attention. Now, what do you have?
Well, I have that they are pathological liars. Now, this is from people on my Facebook friends.
Yeah. Okay.
Andrea says they're pathological liars. They blame you and making you the bad guy for how you react. Totally full of themselves. They're critical. They deny that they were ever part of a problem. They deny or even the suggestion of them being a narcissist. You cannot convince them. Victim mentality is what they have. She's right on.
She's
Kathy
spot on.
says, spot on, spot
Mhm.
on. Kathy says, nothing is ever their fault or result of a poor choice that they made. They always have someone else to blame. I can go on and on, and
I'll
I
toss
find it.
I'll toss this in, since we'll do a give and take here. By the way, yes, we're improvising this show, everybody.
Thank you.
So another thing, they lack empathy. Narcissists struggle with empathy, and most of you know that. Just consider this a show of reminders, okay, everybody? What else you got from your chat?
They lack accountability.
Okay.
Yeah. That was from Melanie. Here you go,
They
Gloria. Yeah, they lack
they need
accountability.
they need constant validation. What else you got?
Gloria says she's got a list. She's right on point.
She's got a
She's
list.
got a laundry list.
Marianne's
She
got something on
says
Marianne got some on the screen too.
they say they black out and don't know what we are talking about. Oh, Mia,
Wow.
you
I've never really?
always hit
That's
it
crazy.
right out of the park
That's
with
happening to you guys?
accuracy. Oh, and I had the last episode when I was beaten up. He claims, because obviously I had the proof with the video, and he claims that he must have blacked out. So it doesn't
Oh,
count.
man.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
Mm,
Go ahead. You
yeah.
were going to say something. You had a list over there.
Yeah.
from
So
Gloria.
so Gloria says they're arrogant. They lack empathy.
Mhm.
They're excessive. They have excessive need for admiration. They have an inability to handle criticism. They have a sense of entitlement, grandiosity, self-isolation. That's true. A lot of them really don't have friends.
Self-isolation. Interesting.
So mine always said he was a loner and he was his own best friend. I think
That's just
That
weird.
was because nobody liked him.
I was gonna
And
say, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a lame
that's
excuse.
that's why they don't get close to people, because if they get too close and they're actually friendly, then I believe they know the person's going to figure them out
True.
and not, yeah,
I agree.
because they can't keep that mask up for long. Gloria continues, they're preoccupied with themselves. Oh, yeah. They're the most conceited people.
Hmm.
I remember mine used to shower, get out of the shower, get dressed, stand in the doorway and like look up like a statue. And
Okay.
it
Okay.
was, I
Okay.
can laugh at it now. Hey, I'm not the only
Hey,
one.
so
This is
so
how
I'm
they
I'm
behave.
just I'm just curious. Did he do stuff like that before you married him?
Yeah. I was so
Did you did you have to buy those big fans and fan yourself because you saw him do that and
oh, no, 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 no,
you thought he
no.
was like a Greek god or something?
He was too short to be a Greek god. He was too old. I see it clearly now. You know that song, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone.
You're not in the
Now
fog now. You can see it
I was
now.
fogged. I don't know what was going on. I was
Man, he must have been so charming to get you.
oh, he was charming.
So what's up
He
with the
was
short
charming.
what's up with the short guys getting the really tall women and then the women find out that they're crazy? They're like
Mm.
little Hitlers.
No, they have what is it called? Something syndrome. What is it?
I don't know. Don't get me in. Don't get me
Napoleon
in. I'm gonna let you.
syndrome?
I'm
Is
gonna
it
let you say it. That way they get mad at your channel, not mine.
They get mad at me. Napoleon.
Hey, get mad at her. What is Marianne says something on the screen there? It says a loner because they couldn't show who they really are.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
what else you got from Gloria?
Mhm.
Anything else from Gloria?
They need power and or control. Yes.
Yeah.
And once they realize they can't control you any longer, oh, they're not happy. That was what happened to me once I started the women's group and started therapy. I don't like you, seeing that therapist. You're changing, he would say to me. And now I look back like, you think?
You're like, I gotta change my clothes. I
Mm,
gotta sometimes change things in my emotional life. And if you got a
mm.
problem with that, you got to go work that out yourself. That's what you
Not
should
my
tell
problem.
her. It's not my monkey. So, what
Mm-mm.
did she say here? They know everything, had to keep up with the Joneses, buying things to
Mm.
keep up so they could look good. Yeah, I've heard that quite a bit. And a lot of what we're talking about, everybody, and if you're passing through the channel, we appreciate you being here. We really want you to go over to SZTV Network. Even if you're watching us right now on NATV, stop watching on NATV and go over to SZTV and watch it over there. You'll still be in the chat, but really help Susie and her channel grow by watching it over there. And if you do that, of course, we truly would appreciate it if you subscribe to her channel when you're over there as well. When you're here with us, we invite you to become a member of the channel, $5.99. You join the channel, reach out to us, and we will help you make a podcast show. Let's see here. Before we go any further, I got to put Mia's comments up. He got nastier the more I fought back and didn't want me talking to anyone.
Yes.
Very common, what she just mentioned.
Yeah.
I've heard that so many times from guests on the show that they want you not saying the family secrets, as it were, not just how they are, but what they're doing and what they're into.
Yeah.
Some crazy stories. I'm just thinking of stuff people have told me. Everything from credit card fraud to, they're doing all kind of stuff. They're doing all
Oh,
kind of things.
the financial abuse. I know one. They lost it was a female. She lost the family business, credit cards through the roof, cars getting repossessed.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's
Oh, she was in charge of the money, you mean? She was running?
mhm.
Uh,
Yeah. This
yeah.
is yeah. Rick says
Uh,
my daughter had a narcissist boyfriend. She moved him in my house. I learned a lot about him. One day he thought he could take on this old Marine. He found himself in the corner, knocked out. I don't advocate for violence, but Good job, Rick.
Okay, I've heard some of the Marianne agrees with you. She goes, "Yeah,
Yeah,
Rick."
Rick.
You know, I've heard that from guys where they in this situation that Rick was in, because he wants to help his daughter out, kind of a thing, and then he ends up finding out. Hopefully, that all turned out well for your daughter, and she was able to get away from that situation. But what else you got there for me from Facebook? Anything?
So Rick says on my Facebook post, he said they won't leave. And that was true.
like a bad rash. They just won't leave me alone, doctor.
That was my story. He used to like threaten me and this and that. And I used to be like, just go, just leave, just go. If you hate me that much and this and that and on and on, just leave. He wouldn't leave.
That, yeah. He's like,
he'd be all, like pumped up. This is my house. Da, 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 da. I'll get the Chingling gang on the front lawn.
The Chingling gang?
The Chingling gang. That's what he used to threaten me with. He was a New York City construction worker.
Okay.
So he knew all the gangs.
Oh,
from working in the city. And he would threaten me with the Chingling gang, like to keep him in his own home. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
I've never heard of a gang. It sounds like they're like all 5-year-olds.
You can't make this stuff up.
That's like
you can't make this stuff up.
What do they do? Throw ice cream at toilet paper your house? What?
Yeah, no, he didn't do it. He threatened me with it. I don't even know what it was. And then finally someone told me.
Yeah. Marianne's got something for you. Marianne says, look at how long we stayed with them. They had the complete control.
Yeah.
But in actuality, you found out that you had power the whole time. It just wasn't exercised yet. Huh? There came a moment where you recognized that you could exercise power.
Yeah.
You could sum up the power from within and make a move toward peace. You're in a totally different space right now when you're literally going to be in a totally different space pretty soon. Going to New York, right? They had complete control, you say, Mia. They had complete control is what Mia was saying.
Yeah, Mia, I don't know if I ever told the story of how and why I moved to Connecticut, but I never wanted to leave. I had my house in New York. He moved into my house and he, convinced me, right? Because he didn't force me, but he convinced me to sell my house and move up here. My kids didn't want to go. They're still mad about it, honestly, I think.
Really?
I uprooted.
How long ago was how long ago was it?
23 years ago, but my older son went back to New York and stayed with family. It was a major culture shock for my children. And I cried for months when I moved up here. I cried for months and months and months. And then I did everything in my power to make it nice for my kids or make it comfortable. And I just, year by year, holiday after holiday, school year after school year, I just was more drained and emptied because I had to make up for the loneliness and make up for missing everyone. And so moving back, I never thought about moving back. And it wasn't until one of my family members and I'd go back and visit, right? Since I'm away from him. And they're like, why don't you just come home? And I finally was like, why don't I just go home? And now I'm just going home. So it never occurred to me. Go home.
Why did it never occur to you?
Because I think I felt like I had so much making up to do, the kind of still the people pleasing, right? I still wanted to make up for the fact that I moved the family away. And maybe
you felt guilty or shame?
Guilt and shame, embarrassment. And I figured, let me stay, let me help with the grandchildren, let me do this, let me do that. And what did I do? I overextended myself. And now I'm leaving. I'm going to take care of myself, Everyone will still be here. So, and they can move back if they want to. They're grown now. Hold their hands.
You got something on the screen for you there from your friend.
Mia says, yes.
Author.
I knew my kids were in such danger. I knew we had to get out. I remember, Mia, when my younger son was probably just a couple years after he graduated high school. He was waiting for his job to open up. He was starting a new career, and he ended up getting into an accident and
Mm,
breaking his back. And I was stuck. I always had plans to leave this man when my younger son turned 18 and started working and got on his own. And it didn't happen right at 18. And then he ended up breaking his back. And I was stuck in that house for another 5 years.
wow.
It was it was hell. And I remember the police were called because you used to always call the police. And the
Mm.
police came over one day and they're like, Susie, because I knew them by name now, right? And they're
Mm.
like, when is your son turning, when is he moving out? And you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And yeah, finally, he healed up and started working, and then I left. So I got a little backtracked. But Rick says, honestly, I can't stand anyone hurting a woman or child. I wasn't raised that way. I I wasn't raised that way either. When I see children being hurt, especially, it kills me. It really does.
Hmm.
I mean, I think we could all, anyone who's sane, narcissists are not mentally well.
Yeah.
They're just not.
It's hard for some people to acknowledge and swallow, whether it's a boss or whether it's someone else. But many find themselves trying to make sense of it more than, and I'm thinking of Professor Sam Vaktin. People are trying to figure it out, but not recognizing they need to move away from it because it's beyond toxic. It's a deadly poison that they have in their behavior, and it destroys everything that it comes in contact with.
Yeah,
And
it
that can
really
be very
does.
hard for people to really process, that person that they've invested in, but then they begin to find out that family members and others saw it, they just didn't
Uh-huh.
say anything. And
Yeah.
so now they start to go like, I could have made this move sooner or done something differently sooner. um, that's where sometimes those of us that may see something, we need to check in on people to see if they're okay, and tell them to be
Absolutely.
mindful of something. But we can't. People have to make their own decision. I think you saw what Rick said, and you got something else here from Mia.
It's not easy to just go home because you have to keep the kids safe, the embarrassment, emotional pain. Oh, it's so hard for me to leave them. I still feel like I'm leaving them, but I abandoned them for this man, even though they lived in the same home with him, because I was checked out.
Mm,
I was in survival mode. So my kids, even though I tried and thought I was making everything perfect, I was half of a mother.
mm, wow.
That's a hard thing to accept, you know?
For you to say that, you're saying that from your perspective that you are half of a mother, correct?
Absolutely.
So whatever they as adults have processed, they've evidently been able to put their life, together in a certain way.
Mhm.
And maybe they're kind of releasing you from carrying the embarrassment and the emotional pain anymore. And they want you to go and be happy. It's amazing how, as parents, if we're not careful, we can be carrying something that our children don't even don't even think we should be carrying anymore. But
Yeah.
Mia's got more for you.
Mia says the first time he slapped my daughter, she was 12 months old. Oh my goodness. He left a handprint on her leg for days. Oh, that just triggered me. Mia, I I had a situation. I'm not going to get into the whole thing yet, but I had a situation before this man, and my son, I'll say this, one of my sons ended up with a handprint on his face. And my grandfather was alive then. And my grandfather came down from Vermont. He was there within hours, and that person was removed from being around my kids. He was like, "You're gone. Goodbye." And it killed me because I never thought this person would do that to his child.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It's
Mia
really
makes
sad.
Mia makes a point there, but if you check in, sometimes it gets worse if someone butts in. It's amazing how. Thank you, Mia, for putting your comments in. It's amazing how so many people have found themselves advocates for victims of abuse, wishing that the police would butt in as an authority figure. And sometimes dealing with a bully, that is exactly what needs to happen, is someone needs to butt in. But I get what she's saying without a doubt.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm getting some messages from
I
Crystal.
think
Crystal at the same
Mia,
time.
oh, I'm sorry. Mia, I think I can understand what you're saying.
I get it. I get it too. Yeah.
Yeah, because like if I would call a family member or a friend and they would get in touch with him or be like, what the heck's going on there or whatever, we would get the backlash from that. You know, first of all, they would start talking about that friend or family member. They didn't want you around that person any longer. So there would be another person cut out of your life. And it would usually amp up the abuse, whether it's physical, emotional.
hmm
Mm.
I yeah, without a doubt. So everyone, please make sure you have the emergency numbers you need and a number of other things. But a bully is a bully, no matter what age they are. So if this person, a narcissist, is an adult and being that way, if that was a child doing that to your own child, people would get in multitudes to go against that abuser. But it seems in many cases when it comes to a woman and then she's an adult dealing with an adult, people, if we're not careful, will say, well, let's just leave it alone because he can get upset. Well, in actuality, the authorities need to be brought in. She needs to tell others that she's not safe and let the community deal with the bully. Um, there's no reason for a woman to suffer or a child in silence. We all know that. And we would, and I agree with you, Marianne. Um, the violence that they can do and the many things that can happen, we must all be aware of what's happening, even in our own communities and with our neighbors, where we can be of benefit instead of allowing them to possibly lose their life because we didn't, quote unquote, butt in, as it were. Especially with this human trafficking thing that's happening so much in the world today. This narcissistic lifestyle that many are choosing. Thank you, Mia. You say, yes, we would. Why did you lie to them and say that I'm mean to you or hit on you? And so payback can come into play. Again, we're talking a bully again. If this was happening in school, how many parents, how many of you who are moms right now would not be down there and going like, I'm butting in because this is going to stop? How many sisters have stepped in for someone? How many people have stepped in and said, hey, no, this is going to stop. You're coming with me. And the authorities are going to know what's happening. And there's a record. We have to be really mindful that all the power is really in the community and not with the bully.
And this is why we have to be mindful and be aware of how they behave and what they do and how to
Absolutely.
spot a narcissist,
Yes.
because they will isolate you. They will move you away. So then the people that would watch or people that would care can't help you.
Huge red flag. And if you're in that situation, feel free to make it a point to make new friends. The threats that come your way, we understand them. But please, when you're ready, as you see fit, let the authorities know what you're going through. So many that are professionals make it a point, whether it's the title of coercive control to narcissistic abuse, whatever label or term, when you're dealing with a bully, it is better, as we would tell a child, did you tell the teacher? Did you tell someone in authority? And so many times, a person can be moved to an area, but there's someone with authority everywhere on this planet. And a bully doesn't like it. And we really have to keep our eyes open. But I love what you just said. See, what you just said is very important because you highlighted the point, just being able to, yes, spread awareness. It's a common theme, spread awareness. But we talked about it a little bit earlier, or I was talking about a little bit earlier before the show. Recognizing the signs is even more important than
Yes.
just having the information, literally making it a lifestyle to be aware of a bully, because the planet seems to be filled more and more with emotional and physical bullies. Um, Nephilim like type people, just huge people,
Yeah.
just troublemakers. So everyone, please be mindful. Rick makes a point here.
Rick says, narcissist isn't just here, but overseas, it's worse. Of what I seen, it's a religion. It was hard to hold back.
I just looked at a book that said the same thing. Um, the narcissist, the narcissistic epidemic, or something like that. I forgot the title now, and it highlighted the same thing. It's almost like it's a mindset. It's a way of life to live like a bully.
And you think of the children, how being mindful and being aware of it now, right? Like I had no clue. I didn't know what this was. And many of
Mhm.
us, I think,
A
can
lot
say
of
that.
people don't. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even in the children in school, right? So they teach, mothers against drunk driving, dare to keep your kids off drugs, sexual, good touch, bad touch,
hmm
sexual
hmm
abuse.
hmm
Nobody teaches this.
Yeah.
Narcissistic, they do bullying, but they need to go a little deeper.
Yeah. It's a little. Yeah. They cover that, but I mean, I just said bully a few times here, but it's really beyond that. It's almost like a sadistic mindset to cause trouble, and they
And
find a victim or a person they
Mhm.
can quote unquote punish to do so.
Yeah.
And everyone, please protect yourselves and protect your peace by looking at what Marianne wrote here. Have an escape plan. Isn't that what we would be telling our child if they were going to school and there was a bully in their class or on the playground?
To
For
tell
them to
someone.
have
Mhm.
what Marianne's talking about. But sometimes when it's an adult or if it's a woman, well, you need to just be quiet and just stay, just stay and just don't make him mad. No, we're gonna make somebody mad today. Because
Mm.
no,
That's what I
it ain't
did.
gonna be like that.
That's what I did.
He's not gonna be beating on me no more. That's the last time that happened.
Mhm.
But it's one thing to say that in this show, and it's another thing for someone to find that measure of peace to be able to feel comfortable to do that. And that's why we need to look out for one another when someone is going through
Absolutely.
that. And again, I alluded to this, I think, in the last show or some other show. I think it was the last show we did last Friday. And everybody who writes me, and mainly it's guys, you know how I am. I'm not negating that there are people, um, whatever label you want to give them, female narcissist or whatever, that accuses you of abuse, and it's not true. We're not discussing that in this show or the last one. That's a whole nother show we could do. False accusations or anything like that, keeping you from your kids. I understand it. Right now, we're discussing how women are exposed, children are exposed, others are exposed to this narcissistic trait behavior that we need to be not just aware of, but recognize it, even if it happens right next door to our neighbor or someone else, if they need to talk or if they feel threatened. And we're not talking about misunderstandings. We're talking about somebody who deliberately, this is not a misunderstanding, right, Susie? You didn't
Yeah,
have
no,
like this, yes, that's what you
yeah.
did. You know what's going on, and that person is being abused. Their freedom to be themselves is being taken away from them. And that is utterly disgusting. Just as well as being falsely accused is utterly disgusting. It's just that today, like last week, we're looking at comments like what Mia has right now. If you grow up in an abusive family, you tend to go to a narcissist because that's what you thought was right. So when a person becomes aware of a narcissist, they could possibly find themselves back with a narcissist. That may be true. We're just having a live chat about it right now. You probably can lean into and talk with, schedule an appointment with a mental health professional to expand on that. But one thing is for sure, when you start to recognize a behavior that's not good for you emotionally and physically, that's probably a good time to do what's on the screen right now. I'm going to put it up. Have an escape plan.
Yeah.
You could address that more than I can.
Yeah, have an escape plan, or like I learned after it got really horrific and the physical abuse was horrible. The police and the hospital put me in touch with the women's group, the women's center, the shelter. And that's when I started meeting with other women like Mia and Gloria, and they supported me, they listened to me, and they let me know that I was not alone. And that was the biggest wake up call for me because I had no clue. I was just living in this fog of dysfunction and pain and suffering and loneliness. And just to hear that I was not alone and they cared, just knowing someone
Mm-hmm.
cared, it changed my whole life. Took time, but little by little by little, I realized this is not okay.
Yeah. And
I can't, yeah.
sometimes that's all it takes, even if it quote unquote feels and seems like somebody's quote unquote to the abuser, someone's butting in, but in actuality, us stepping in to help a neighbor by letting them know that they're not alone could be the beginning of them finding an opportunity for them to be free, an opportunity for them to have their dignity again. They can get their dignity again because they feel they're not alone. And so it's not necessarily that we quote unquote are butting in, but that we literally are stepping in. Forget what their terms are. The narcissist may call you a name. Well, he's going to say they're butting in. He's wrong in both cases. They're not butting in. They're giving you what you may need, which is support. And
Yeah.
everyone needs support.
You know,
Everybody needs support. And who would want to be with someone that doesn't want you to get support?
when I was in this, and I hear it from all the women and the women I speak to all the time, when we're in these relationships, we're so broken that we don't see it. We don't recognize it. We don't see it. We don't understand it. We don't know how to change it. We don't know how to get out of it. We need help. We truly need someone to step in and say, okay, you may not understand this right now, but you cannot stay there. Like Dr. Mack, like the women's group, you cannot. They would wait. They understood. I took them back and took them back, but they were
Mm-hmm.
there. And little by
Yes.
little, they
Uh-huh.
planted the seeds. And little by little,
Yeah.
I would learn a little bit more and a little bit more. And then he would act a
Mm-hmm.
certain way, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's what they're talking about." They see they're not here, but they know what he's doing. That's wrong. And my brain, it was like a baby's brain. I had to
Mm-hmm.
relearn how to be
Mm-hmm.
treated, how to be respected. And he wasn't doing it. And he didn't want to change. And I had asked him, after all this, I still said, "You want to go to therapy? Do you want to get help?" And the court made him go to all these anger management, this and that. Nothing worked. He charmed the teachers. He got his little certificate, and he was still horrific. So, yeah, please, like, say something. Don't give up on the person. Don't give up if somebody doesn't listen the first time. You ask if they're okay, or, maybe allude that you see something's not right. Ask them if they need help. Just let them know that you're there. And even if they stay with this person a while longer, even if they keep going back, don't ever make them feel bad about that, please, because that makes us even more embarrassed.
Yeah, we don't want to put them in a position where all of a sudden they're getting beat up on both sides of the spectrum, from the person
Right.
who says they're there to support and from the one who truly doesn't love them from the heart. So
And then we really
I
feel
agree.
alone. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a process, and we were talking about that before the show, right? People go
Mhm.
through a process, so they may be processing it. To give support to someone who's being bullied, that's a great treat, to be that person who's able to be there for somebody that's being bullied.
Yeah.
But what
Don't give
a
up on them.
beautiful treat to be able to see them rise up in their dignity and self-respect. That's even better. It's one
Be
thing to help
patient
them.
with them.
Yeah, go ahead. You were saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, be patient with them. Be
Absolutely.
kind, be understanding.
Understanding. Yeah, yeah. Compassionate.
They're broken.
Their their brain and their heart has been under an assault,
Mhm.
and everybody's ability to withstand an assault, it varies. For some, it just takes a little bit, and it's hard for them to recover and move forward. We have to give thought to what Mia has on the screen.
When he let me get a job, I realized I was good at something and making friends and a good person, but he didn't like that, and I started fighting back.
So
Yeah.
when I can't remember names, everybody, right now. People have been on the show. So many shows I've done, but a point I learned was very similar with what Susie just mentioned. You're not helping someone or assisting someone, supporting someone who sees it the way you see it. So it's very important what Susie, you just mentioned about being patient, being understanding, all these things. And eventually everything will kick in. Everything will kick in. Things will start to take place. They will find a level in which things start to kick in if we're patient, like you mentioned earlier, Susie. So allow them to process what's going on, that what they were told and what they started with is not true anymore, that it was either all a lie or that person is really showing their true colors. Support them, encourage them, keep their mind active on things that bring them dignity and respect, and listen to them. Because they may, I see, I like what Mia said there. When he let me, and she used all capital letters, she says, when he let me get a job. Now, if you say that to certain people, they're gonna go like, girlfriend, he ain't let me, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm, Susie, you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. And so,
Yeah.
and so we can't always think that, oh, you got to correct everything they say or that they're wrong. They get that when they go home or when they're with the abuser. Sometimes what we need to do is allow them to get it off their chest and then give them some measure of encouragement. And we may be surprised when we start seeing them grow, and it may happen sooner than we think. And fighting back is something that you've been doing for yourself, Susie. Not an easy thing.
No.
But sometimes when you fight back, you can get really drained, huh? You can get really
Oh,
tired, and
yeah.
you just don't see being happy as something easy to attain.
No. It's exhausting. Just it's like fighting for your life, and you wanna give up. Certain times, it gets too much. The memories come back.
Mhm.
It's like you take 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Um, it's it's hard to make leeway. It was hard for me to make leeway, and I had a lot of support. I can't imagine to someone who doesn't have the support that I found. That's why it's so important that we put all this out there to let people know that we're here for them and we can help them find support, in other
Mhm.
places, because I still to this day, I get days where it's just I'm exhausted. I feel like I've been through a war. Gloria says that. She's like, "You've been through the Civil War, World War One, the Korean War," and that's what it feels like. It's years of being beaten down. It's a battle. Every day is a battle. Forget about getting up. For
Mhm.
years, you get
Yeah.
up, you
Yeah.
do everything, and you're just depleting all your energy, all your hope, all your self-worth. It's it's amazing coming back to life
Mhm.
because I didn't realize everything I had given up, everything that was taken from me, everything I sacrificed, everything that I just lost. I can feel guilty, I can feel shame, I could feel embarrassed, I could be angry. You go through all the emotions in any given day. And
Mhm.
I literally have to stop and just like, especially if I can't sleep. A lot of us talk about us women in the groups and people I work with is that you can't sleep. And that's when your mind races, right? We get the rumination and our minds race and we'll go over scenarios and all kinds of memories and things we thought were. Now we understand were all a lie. And
Mhm.
just to now I'm at the point now where I can say, all right, stop. Like, I have to talk to myself. I cannot let my brain go down those dark paths anymore. And I have to just say, there's nothing I can do about it now.
You go
I'm
down those
safe.
paths. If you go
Yeah, I'm
down
safe.
those, if you go down
Mhm.
those paths, is there anything there for you of value?
No. And understanding that now, I can stop the thoughts and put something in my head new. Oh, I'm going to New York. Oh, I can go to the beach. Just think of little things that I used to do that made
Hmm.
me happy. Little places, just seashells. I used to love collecting seashells. I'll just think of seashells.
Awesome.
It's just the tiny little things that seem insignificant that have been making the biggest impact in me,
Hmm.
healing and growing
Hmm.
and learning. And it's almost like I have to relearn everything, because I've talked about it in other shows. I had to relearn how to write, how to think,
Yep.
how to
Yep.
speak.
I remember. Yeah. Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
literally like having brain damage.
I, I, I'm constantly fascinated through this whole thing when it comes to talking about narcissists and other things, because so many across social media, uh, coaches, a number of other people talk about this particular subject. And so much attention is on the narcissist. It's one thing awareness, it's another thing recognition or recognizing certain behaviors and traits and human condition of someone. But I find it fascinating because to hear you speak about it, you're trying to get away from it. You're trying to move forward. Does that make any sense? I hope that makes some sense. You're trying to move on and go forward. And Crystal, I see you there. I'm going to bring you in just a little bit. And so we're going to bring Crystal Nicole Black in with us in just a moment. But I'm fascinated by how much I see a difference between people at certain stages or different individuals. I listened to you talk about it, Susie, and it's almost as if you can't wait to get away from those thoughts. But I've
Wow.
talked with others and they make money off of staying in that spot
Mm-mm.
and go from one video to another. And they're constantly talking about how horrible they were to the point that it's almost as if that's all they see. And I'm fascinated because I'm going, I, when do you talk about the flowers and the good stuff now? Because you're not, you don't have to deal with them. You don't have to wake up next to them every day. Look at you smiling.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
so
well, I gotta say though, in the beginning, okay, so once people validate what you've been through and you understand it and you get it and it makes sense and it doesn't
teach
make
me,
sense, but it
tell me.
makes sense,
Yes. Uh-huh.
right? Oh, you need those, you need all that,
Uh-huh.
the different stages, but then you get to the point where it's making you crazy because it's like, okay, I get it. I was
I'm sorry.
abused.
See, I'm
No,
thinking about
just
private
makes me
conversations we
nuts.
have, and you just,
Yeah,
and I know how you get. So you're being good.
yeah,
She
yeah.
being good right now, everybody. I
I
just
mean,
want you to know, because she go like, I ain't thinking about that fool.
it.
I ain't. She
I'm
goes,
freaking done,
I'm
man.
done, man.
Get
She's
him the
like,
hell
and
away
look
from
at
me.
it.
I don't want to
See,
look
look
at
at
him.
it.
I don't
It's
want to
coming
see his
out.
damn
It's
pictures.
coming
Like,
out. It's coming out. It's just
no,
coming
I
out of
have
her.
things. I'm like, I
That's
got
why I'm
stuff downstairs.
fascinated.
I'm moving again. Okay. Now people have never seen where I came from, the house, the things I gave. And it's not about materialistic stuff. I got boxes of pictures downstairs, and I'm like, do I go through them and rip those suckers up? All
Do
those
you have a
pictures?
fire
Do I
pit?
burn
Do you
them?
have a fire pit?
Well, that's what he used to do with my stuff.
Hey, you
I'm
maybe
gonna give it right back to him.
you and my mother would have got along fine. She go like, I'm done with
Mm,
that. I'm done with that. We're putting it in the trash. Nope. Go
done.
get that barrel out there. Go put
Sit,
some wood
burn
in
it,
it. And it's gonna be
burn
burnt.
it, baby.
Hey,
Oh
cannot
my
be
gosh.
put. Sure what? My mother would do it in a heartbeat. She'd be done.
You know what I got? You
She
know
go
what
like,
I held on to?
when my mother started a fire, she was done. If did you
It's
start a fire?
gone.
Yeah, I did. Okay, I guess we can't bring that up no more.
Mommy's
Nope.
business, baby.
If
That's
I
it.
burned it, don't come bringing it up to me anymore. I'm done.
Mm.
I'm just go ahead. You were saying, please.
No, it's
It's just-
true.
it's-
You have
you
to. You have to get rid of it.
set it on fire.
You get to the point, burn it.
Hey, all you people, it's not a green light for you to be out there being stupid, setting stuff on
Mm.
fire. Leave their cars and stuff alone. Leave people's stuff alone.
When
They
I left my
took those
house, when
pictures
I
and
left,
books.
I have all the cards. Why do I have the cards I gave him? What the hell's wrong with me?
Hey, you took it, or did he put it in your thing
I
so you
had,
could keep thinking
I don't
about it?
know, but like, what the?
See, you gotta. I heard that one. No, I heard that one. Oh man,
Mm.
that's like the first year I got started, and I heard it, and somebody said
They
it on the
plant
show,
stuff.
and after the show, I went like, "Are you kidding me?" And she was like, "Oh yeah." he totally did that, and he put that there, and I found it, and I
Thank
coffee
God.
mug, and then I said, "Are you? That's like a 2-year-old. That's like who would?
Mm-hmm.
What grown man would go like? Let me put this here so she can find it and think of me. That is like
Oh, yeah.
childish. That is like
You're right.
super.
I didn't even
It's
think of
like
that one.
it's like
Heck, he still
what kind
can't
of man
be.
are you that you've still to take your
He's a
time?
damn fool.
It's
He's
like
a fool. You know
oops,
what he
I'm
used to
sorry.
do?
Unleash
He
Susie now. What she does in private, she got
Ugh. He used to take these stupid notes, leave me these stupid notes. Good morning with the happy face with the stupid ears and the squiggly hair on top. Every damn note.
Wait, do you still have them?
There's got to be some in that envelope with all my
Hey.
cards.
Hey, when you get over with your brother,
I'm going to show you.
You go to the tire shop. You get over there with your
Yeah,
brother
yeah,
and
yeah,
his friends from the tire shop, and you look at him, go like, "Guys, I need your help. I need to start a fire, and
Let's burn this up.
and
Burn it, man,
everybody
baby.
bring their own drinks, bring your own food, some pizza, some New York pizza. We're gonna sit out there and
Yes.
we're gonna put our hands over the fire because that's my history. That's my
That's
past
it.
being
We're gonna
burned right now.
toast it.
I'm done.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers, baby. Okay, I was gonna wait, but here she is. Here she is, everybody.
Hey.
Gosh, how are you?
Oh my goodness! I was gonna wait to bring her in when we start laughing, but
You
look at her.
guys are
She's all
too
styling.
funny.
We ain't got no common sense. We ain't got
You
no
don't
common
want
sense.
to. You don't want to see my bottom half. It's not matching the top half.
She's in pajamas.
Hey,
Oh, I would
hey,
be in pajamas right
wait,
now.
I got a question. Are you wearing the same thing you wore this morning when we did the show?
No, but I'm still wearing the same bralette or whatever.
She was
Soft,
all
it doesn't,
comfortable.
It's not tight.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, you're forgiven. You're forgiven. No, don't worry about it. I changed my shirt, so that's good. I ain't changed my personality though. I'm still got that's still messed up. All right, so all right, this is what we're gonna do, everybody. I'm gonna be putting up your comments that you have there for us there, and I'm gonna start with Rick first, and I'm gonna put some things up, but I'm gonna put something on the screen because the show is now going to part 2 of the show. That means no telling what we're gonna talk about, but we got an idea that we came up with. If you guys don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. It's free TV. You can go somewhere else. But what I was going to say is, no, I'm just joking. So we're still going to talk about a number of things, but I'm not going to say it. See, Susie, you're smiling already, and I want to say it, but no. So I'm going to put a video up and play some music. Consider it a commercial break. Enough for you to go restroom, whatever you want to do, grab some popcorn, whatever you want to do. I might even go make me some and then come back. But Crystal has an idea of what we're going to do, Susie. So I gave her an idea of what we're going to be doing. Are you okay there, Crystal? You can hear us and everything. We're all good. Okay. So we're going to do something for the audience. You guys just going to hang out with us. We're all three going to be hanging out together, and we're going to be talking about narcissism, but in a very different kind of not exactly new way. All right. It's just that we've never done it the way the three of us are going to do it on the show tonight. It's nothing super spectacular, guys. So real quick, comments from Rick. Rick said survival is life. Mia, Susie, would you read that for me, please?
It says a person being abused is so scared. They need time to process things. They can't get out of their own way. They live in a fog most of the time. Yes. Yeah, so true.
She makes a really good point about this. Susie, you talked about this in another show we did. Nightmares.
Night terrors. Not fun. We should do a show on that.
Yeah, I was thinking about touching on that again, that we were able to do a show on that. Many people are in fear of dealing with a narcissist. Rick makes some points there concerning even what scripture says. And Mia says, what's this, Mia? I can see all of it. Don't know if I can. Oh,
don't know if I can mention self-harm.
That happens as well. I'm sorry, I'm just reading something. My phone's going off there. And what's that? Oh, Rick is saying hi to you. There you go, Crystal. I'll give you another one.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, what's up with that, Susie? Crystal shows up and she's already making friends.
That's it. Everyone loves Crystal.
In. All right, now I'm gonna play something.
We have that in common.
We have that coming. I'm going to play something. All of us will disappear momentarily, but we will be back. And we're going to start by talking about television from the 50s up to today and different shows. And that's all I'm going to say. That's it. All right. So everybody, we'll be right back. We're not going anywhere. The stream is going to stay open. We're still going to be streaming. I'm going to hit a button and some stuff's going to come up. So I'll see you in a minute, Crystal. And I'll see you in a minute, Susie. And here we go. Probably be good if I put some music on. Doop, 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 doop. Hopefully everybody is still in one piece. We are going to get started on the second half of the show. We've gone 1 hour and 3 minutes. Want to spot a narcissist? That's what we were talking about. I got the pictures, by the way, Susie, and thank you, Mia, for sending them if you're still here. We're going to get started on the second half of the show of NATV Network. If you are making your way through life and it can seem like a very difficult trail that you're walking on, looking at every nook and cranny that can be dangerous, we are with you every step of the way. SZTV Network. Make sure you subscribe to Susie's channel. We are right behind you. We are right with you as you make the necessary steps in life. Don't let them get ya. Stay focused. Stay positive. Mia, thank you for that comment. I got to put that one up. You said cartoons were so violent. Susie, did you tell her what we're going to be talking about? Okay, so I'm curious, Mia, Marianne, if you could, what cartoons are you talking about? What cartoon character would you say was a narcissist? Let's just start it off that way. Susie, everybody can hear you. And,
I'm trying to think.
What cartoon character would you say was a narcissist? Let's just start the show off that way, the second half of the show.
Cartoon character. It's been so long since I watched cartoons. I'm thinking like Bugs Bunny. No, he was cool. Tom and Jerry. One of them used to beat the other one.
So which one was the abuser then? Which one was the narcissist?
Tom was the cat. Jerry was the mouse. Tom was pretty violent. He was pretty rough. He was. About the Tasmanian devil. That reminds me of my ex. He was like the little hurricane. He'd come in, cause havoc everywhere he went, and just fly out and just leave everyone in the wake of the disaster. Yeah. Not a good.
You said bad.
Not a good cartoon for me. else?
Tasmanian Devil wasn't for you.
No. Too close to home.
So I'll ask this question.
I have some.
On Gilligan's Island, who would you consider to be the narcissist on Gilligan's Island?
Professor.
The professor.
Crystal, do you know Gilligan's Island, or are you too young?
Look at the look on her face.
Oh no, I
Look
watched
at the look
it.
on her face. Look how serious she looks. She's like, Gilligan's Island. You better Google. You have to Google it.
What about the older couple? What's the older couple in Gilligan's Island? Remember there was the older couple?
One. The Howells.
The Howell. Yeah.
Thurston Howell, the millionaire.
You think it was
yes,
him?
the millionaire. I couldn't remember what they called him. Yes.
look what Mia
Because
said.
the professor
Well,
was like...
Yeah, maybe he wasn't.
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't think he was so
rich,
great.
so
Didn't
he
he
was
think like all the girls wanted him and all that?
Yeah.
Brutus with olive oil. Popeye. Popeye was cool. Brutus was rough. Yeah. Hey, how about
Do you guys know-
all the fairy tales, all the princesses, right? All the I'm trying to think of their
Disney
names.
movies?
The princes that came in and saved the day. Most of them thought they were so handsome and all debonair, and weren't they narcissistic a little bit?
So are we going to talk about that movie Tangled? Because I really like that movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I might have seen it with the kids, but I don't think I paid attention.
Who's the narcissist in Toy Story then? One of my favorites.
Who is? Is it Buzz?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Buzz.
It's a cool one, though.
He was all that, though. He was kind of cool.
Buzz? This is my Buzz.
Yeah.
They're kids.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, lady? My daughter got me that.
Well, we know it wasn't Woody. Skipper. The Skipper. The
She says
Skipper.
the Skipper on Gilligan's Island. I guess you could say that, huh?
That's the name. Oh my gosh. What about Pinky and the Brain? Do you guys know that one?
Hey, that's my favorite. Okay, are you trying to say the Brain was a narcissist? No, just kidding.
Yeah.
I like Pinky and the Brain.
I remember them.
Me too.
You remember them, Susie?
Yeah, I remember them. My kids
I
used to
thought you were
watch
too high
that.
class to watch that.
No, they used to high class. Yeah, me. All right, so the Skipper, is that who it was? He always picked on
she
Gilligan.
said,
Yeah,
Mia
hitting
said-
him, putting him down. Yeah, that's true. Poor Gilligan. He was picked on.
There's a lot of shows like that.
So Gilligan would be a modern day victim or survivor of narcissistic abuse.
Yeah.
Did anyone ever back him up? Did anyone ever stick up? Marianne did, didn't she?
Oh wait, yeah,
She
right.
was
had his back.
Marianne did.
She was
And the
sweet.
movie star was nice too, but
Yeah.
she was nice, but not as.
She was a little narcissistic,
Yeah,
wasn't she?
a little
Marianne
bit.
says,
Maybe
Marianne says the Wicked
materialistic.
Queens.
The Wicked Queens. Yeah, maybe it wasn't the princes. It was
And
the
Disney
Wicked
stuff,
Queen.
I guess.
Correct.
Oh,
So-
they were like female narcissists. Yes.
So Cinderella's sisters and the mom,
Stepmom.
God,
stepmom rather. Oh yeah.
it was bad.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh,
bad.
the little
All of
boy,
those
yeah.
Just give me the EBGB.
The little boy
Aw.
that tore up the toys lived next door.
That
in Toy
poor
Story.
kid probably lived with a narcissistic parent and picked up bad traits.
She seemed like a
You
nice
know-
woman. She just didn't seem to supervise her kids. They never showed the mom in that one.
Well, that's
He agrees.
kind of
He
neglect.
agrees. He agrees with you. I agree. Very, very bad child.
What
Very
was his
bad
name?
child.
The little boy. Did he have a name?
Oh
the
my goodness!
character?
Yeah.
Crystal, you thinking? I
I'm
can't
just
think of it.
wondering why my computer froze. But you guys can still see me, so that's good.
We can still see you. We can still hear you, so we can still see you laugh. You're good. You're all right.
Yeah. This
I'm trying to
older
think what other one.
1950s lady is staring at me from like a webpage.
You put up a web
Oh,
page.
from just any
Some
show?
of your
Or
stuff.
Probably
which one?
someone we know, Paxton. Some
I was
old
gonna
lady.
say, yeah,
I
it's probably
didn't.
something. Hey, what was the one we said the other day?
Oh my God.
We said Father knows best.
Father knows best. I can't.
Oh, you
think
said
of,
another one.
fathers were usually nice.
My Three
Andy
Sons.
Griffith, My Three Sons.
Oh man, who would be a narcissist
They
on
usually
Andy
had
Griffith's
a girlfriend. They usually had a girlfriend that was pretty rough. Like if the fathers were really sweet, like Father Knows Best, My Three Sons, like the stepmother. How about the Brady Bunch?
Here you go. Who is a narcissist in the Brady Bunch? Or the Partridge Family, right?
Oh, the Partridge Family. Probably the older son. What was the older son's name?
I forgot.
Jesus, I can't.
Wait. Which one are we talking about? Brady Bunch?
Say Brady Bunch.
I don't know.
Marcia was a little full of herself, but I don't think she was mean. The Partridge Family, I can't think of the older son's name, but he definitely was.
I'm typing it.
And who was the guy that drove the bus?
I didn't watch that.
You didn't watch the Partridge Family? Really?
Hey, leave her alone. She's
too young.
I watched a lot of other ones, though.
What did you watch? What did you watch?
Genie. I Dream of Genie, The Addams Family, Bewitched, Andy Griffith, Leave It to Beaver,
Okay,
Lassie.
who's a narcissist on I Dream of Genie? Because Susie, you said that one the other day when we were talking I Dream of Genie. It would be his friend, right?
Oh,
yeah.
No, wait.
Who's Nelson?
Larry?
Who's Nelson?
That lady.
He's a star, I think. Oh man, Mia beat me to it. She said David.
I got one. The Odd Couple.
Oh, wow.
Remember The Odd Couple?
Yeah, I remember The Odd Couple. So that would be. Oh my goodness.
Jack. What was his name? Jack.
Yeah, it would be.
Plugman?
It wouldn't be Felix. It would be Jack. Or was Felix a covert narcissist?
Or what's the sneaky
What
one?
was that? I don't know where that came from. Who's the sneaky one? Which is
Sneaky.
It wasn't one like sneaky.
sneaky one? Hey, how about the honeymooners?
Ralph. Absolutely Ralph. He wasn't mean,
Ralph.
but he
To
was.
the moon.
Yeah. Full of himself. That's for sure.
Mia did mention the superheroes and the villains.
All right, I got one. How about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh wow, look at you. Well, it depends on who's slapping who.
Who's the one that did the dance? The dance. That guy.
Oh, that's Carlton.
Carlton.
Wasn't it the...
So you watched that, right?
Kind of. Yeah, like the dad and Vivian were both like pretty stuck up too, though. At least he had the fun dance. Remember the Carlton?
True.
But yeah, just preppy and stuck up. All of them.
I think he just didn't get too much attention. You never did it?
No, I've never done it. Has anybody ever tried that? Suit like Crystal? No,
not me. Crystal, maybe.
look!
Sitting here, but
look what Mia's doing. Mia pulls out 90210.
Oh,
that's a loaded show with a whole bunch of. Crystal's doing the dance.
I'm like,
there's a bunch of them in
there's
there.
A lot of drama.
All right, I got the ultimate. All in the Family.
See, I was saving that one and you beat me to it. I was going to say it to you the other day when we were talking.
Mm-hmm.
All in the Family is a good one.
Yeah. All right, what's his name?
Archie Bunker.
Archie. Wait, what was the name of the show?
Archie Bunker.
Archie. Was it Archie?
What are you doing? What are you talking about?
Wait, he was called Archie. Oh, that's right, Archie. She used to go Archie.
You go like, what's his real name? No, in the show.
I'm thinking that's his acting name. It's been a minute.
Help us out, everybody. Oh,
he was the guy who
said, Google it. What was Archie Bunker's name
commercial
in real life? I almost said his name. Oh, you guys. You know, people are going to watch this back and go like, man, these people are lame. They can't even remember his name. Them? Archie Bunker was... I literally typed it in and it says fictional character. I already got that part. I just want to know his name.
In case you didn't know.
I had it a little backwards.
Hey, Crystal, you think somebody's walking around going like, I really believe Archie is real? Carol O'Connor was his real name.
Right. Okay.
Yep. You never know.
All right. I got an old cartoon.
Do you see what Rick put in the chat?
No.
I put it up. Look what he put in the chat. Mr.
So anyway,
Comedian.
of course. Did you have Chinese food tonight, Paxton?
No, he said that I could. Oh my goodness! You talk about the wave, the thing, the balloon thing that I do.
Are you gonna
on the street corner? He says, "Hey, bro, I just got a call from Japan dealership. They like your wave."
You're hired.
In sign language, it means fortune cookies. Oh man, that's too funny. Hey,
Crystal, sorry. She's like, what are y'all talking
I know
about?
she's like, what are you guys talking about? What? Hey, that video you sent me, does it have sound or anything? I didn't play it yet. Oh wait, yes it does. You say I found it, I think or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a still photo, but I think you need the full.
Do you have a still photo? No, you gotta have. Yeah.
You need the full.
Is there any music or anything playing in the background, or I don't know?
Nope. I shut it because I went back in the car and took it after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Carol O'Connor. Thank you, Mia.
Hey, wait a minute. She's talking about Underdog now. Crystal, do you remember that cartoon Underdog?
No, I didn't watch that.
Okay.
He had a cape.
Anybody remember Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So which one was a narcissist? Was it Rocky or Bullwinkle?
I would say Rocky just because it sounds like it. Right?
Let me find
Poor
that.
Rocky. I think so.
Poor Rocky. I'm gonna find that.
How about Happy Days? Remember Happy Days?
Oh, I didn't think of that one. That's a good one. Oh, you're gonna pick on the Fonz now?
Was it the Fonz?
Or it was Was it Potsy?
Potsy. He was a goofball, no? Yeah, no, not Potsy. Good memory, Paxton.
That older guy with the couple. I forgot, like the couple.
Was their name the Howards or something?
The Howards?
I can't remember all
the Howards.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, if I got that one right, I'm going to be shocked. That's just probably embedded in my brain.
Joni and Chachi?
Joni and Chachi.
I like the song.
Oh my gosh. They were so cute.
There you go.
Okay, I got one. How about Seinfeld?
Okay, anybody? Who is a narcissist on Seinfeld? That's a good one.
Was it George?
Oh, poor George. You'd have to go. Well, yeah.
Kind of.
Or would it be, what's her name?
Oh
my goodness, I forgot her name.
Crystal, you know it. You
guys got me Googling forever. The female on Seinfeld. I literally just went blank.
Oh, Elaine.
Thank you.
Elaine, good.
Man, you're good.
You're on it.
Man, we do a trivia thing. We should all three be on the same team.
Between us, maybe we can get. How about? I got one. Star Trek.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know who I'd pick.
So would you? You have to go with Captain Kirk because there's no way you can say Spock wasn't. Well,
he was like his right hand man. Maybe he wasn't as.
The old Star Trek or the modern day Star Trek?
The old. Yeah.
The old.
I didn't watch much of the.
You didn't watch the new one with the new Spock and the new Kirk?
Oh, that's weird. I don't think I could. I don't know. Wouldn't make sense.
That's the way I am about Mission Impossible, Star Wars, and Star Trek rather, and different things. Because you get conditioned by the last one. What is she? Rick says Captain Picard.
I don't know who that is.
That's the new. Right? Isn't that the new one? I think. Yeah. On TV, the new one. What do you watch today, Crystal? What shows do you watch?
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys, have you seen Mad Men?
No.
About the advertising firm, but it was set in the 1950s or 60s. So
I watched
that one's really good. Oh, yeah, that one's good too. I didn't keep going.
Actually, my daughter's got me watching Suits. I never watched it when it first came out, but Suits.
Is that good? I need a couple good.
But Mad Men, which one? I have never seen it, but is there a character you think is a narcissist?
Yes, it's Don Draper. Don Draper, he's the main guy, like at the ad firm. And funny enough, when I worked at a law firm, I used to pretend that I was on a set of Mad Men because it was the only way I could have fun and deal with, like, you know, how it was. But it really was like Mad Men.
Wait, how was it then? Because we've never had this conversation. So what was it like?
I enjoyed what I did, like helping people and, you know, wearing cute outfits and going in, and we all like got along together. It was just a fun atmosphere until you know, the partner and your manager, they come down and they like to yell at everybody and be like super rough. And one of the partners, he used to walk around with like a glass of scotch, just like on the regular, like in the daytime, and walk around the office like that. And he was like, you guys can drink at your desk. I don't care what you do. Just get the deals. Just do your job.
Wow.
And so I just, it was that kind of atmosphere. So I'm like, I'm going to pretend I'm on Mad Men, and that's going to be the way I'm going to deal with this. So it was fun.
Like it. How long did you last there?
3 years. Amazing.
Oh.
Because I pretended that I was on a set of Mad Men.
Okay.
I like
so
it.
Mad Men helped you. So that's interesting.
That reminds me of my marriage. Yeah, I had to pretend I was Mary Poppins.
Well, evidently you couldn't hold that character for that long. After 25 years, she went 25 years. You went 3 years.
My umbrella was broke. I was a hot mess.
Look what Rick said here. Rick goes, "Who is Narcissus in X-Men?"
Die Hard. I never watched X-Men. Maybe a little bit. When my kids were watching it.
Yeah.
You know.
Should we look it up? Let me see. X-Men.
I'm trying to think. Who is it? Wolverine? I don't know. I mean, who do you pick? It's like, who do you pick? Because Susie, you just gave us the breakdown of some of the characteristics. So it's like
I don't know the characters.
It says there's a character named Rogue that
what?
she's sarcastic and alarmingly defensive. Let me see. I know now.
Does that sound like somebody was in the law firm with you?
Oh, I had all the characters in there. Man. It was very entertaining. I was entertained for sure. There's just so many shows, you guys.
Okay, so what other show? Okay, let's pick Suits real quick. Who is the narcissist in Suits?
Didn't see it.
Let's pick. I'm trying to pick the other one where the guy's he's a thief, and he works for the FBI now. I can't think of the name of the show.
We should have done our homework.
Nah, we just torture everybody on this live stream.
There you go.
These people are
They'll
lame.
be thinking. We'll get everybody thinking.
Yeah. Somebody put it in the chat. Somebody said Die Hard.
Someone let us know. Someone's got to be out there that knows.
Have you guys seen Dexter? I mean, he was a serial killer, but
I never saw
obviously
it. Well, it'd be safe to say it was him then, right? It'd be safe to say he would be the narcissist.
Oh, you know what is one on Netflix? Did you see that, Crystal?
Yeah.
That guy
I was just looking at that one too.
He was creepy narcissistic.
He's cute. A cute, creepy narcissist.
Don't you know cute kills you, right? You do know cute kills.
Cute kills.
Hey, I have a question. If you say one person is a narcissist in the show, then who is their flying monkey in the show?
Ooh.
Anyone. Because you don't have to know that you're a flying monkey. Anyone and everyone could be manipulated.
Anyone who listens to their nonsense.
Right.
Okay, so one of the things that describes a narcissist, I'm going to read this here. It says they manipulate and exploit. And narcissists are often, I've been doing shows since early this morning, it's catching up to me now. Narcissists are often skilled manipulators. They might make promises they have no intention of keeping, or guilt trip others into doing what they want them to do. Pay attention if you feel like someone is playing games with you, or always getting their way by making you feel bad. So let's look at some other characters. Anybody else offhand you can think of?
I'm looking at one where my screen is stuck, and it's this lady's looking at me. It's from Harry Potter, so I might as well tell you about it.
Hey, real quick before you do that, Rick, sometimes her computer's frozen, so don't think she's not smiling. She smiles a lot, by the way. You're just catching it in between frozen and unfrozen.
Yeah, I see her freezing.
Yeah.
Is it bad? Should I move upstairs? Should I go
now you're going to be like the Jeffersons and move up to the top. Move up to
George and Wheezy.
George and Wheezy. Yeah, which one of them, George and Wheezy? All right.
George.
No, go ahead. You're doing fine. Go ahead.
We'll the Harry Potter?
Go ahead. Do whatever you like to do. Go ahead.
It's her Professor Umbridge from Harry Potter series is a classic example of a narcissistic character. So it's her need for control, her disdain for anyone who doesn't fit her worldview makes her one of the most entertaining villains in literature. It says she's annoying, she's got a saccharine sweet voice, a tight bun, flowery dresses. But what makes her so irritatingly narcissistic is her complete lack of empathy and self-righteousness. So there you go, taking advantage of others.
You sound like you've just listed a bunch of people that many viewers may know. So that sounds like a lot of people they may know. So somebody made a character just like a real life narcissist per se, right?
Yeah. Well, I have a really tough, nasty. You just said it when you said something that triggered in my head. Matilda, remember Miss Trenchbowl? Lack of empathy. That's what you said.
Well, hold on.
She is
Matilda?
Matilda.
From where?
Yeah,
I didn't watch
Matilda
Harry Potter.
was a movie. Nope, Matilda was a movie. Crystal, you remember Matilda, right?
About what
and a book,
again?
and they did a Broadway play. And
sounds familiar.
I don't think it was an orphanage. No, that's Annie. She was in a school.
Okay.
And her parents were Danny DeVito, and I can't think of her name.
That sounds familiar.
And she went to the school, and she taught herself how to read. And Miss Trenchbowl was the principal or something, the disciplinarian. I used to put the kids in the chokey.
Yeah.
He was rough.
I think I remember
violent.
the play. It was a play,
Talk
right?
about violent. Yep. No empathy. She was brutal.
That reminds me of the 101 Dalmatians. Was there Cruella DeVille?
Cruella DeVille. Yeah, she was brutal.
Did you hear the movie Cruella though? With Emma Stone? They made a follow-up movie about like her origin and like where she came. And you learn more about her story, and then you start to like her because they create this whole other character that's not like the animated version. It's very interesting if you guys haven't seen it. It's called Cruella, Emma Stone. Check it out. It's really good.
Oh.
See,
Susie.
You see, Susie, we're not in the industry like Crystal is. See, Crystal knows all stuff.
These
actors. We're just movie goers. She is the industry.
What do you mean?
That's it.
I watched stuff because I watched stuff. I like that. That should be a shirt. I watched stuff.
I appreciate it.
I wish I watched stuff.
I watch stuff.
Don't you appreciate good acting and like storytelling and
yes,
versatile actors who can play different characters and not just do like a one way play kind of thing?
So you remember Crystal dealing with narcissistic people in the industry?
Oh, me? I mean, I did, but it's like low key because I'm in Florida instead of, LA or New York. But actually, it was interesting being around a lot of actors because you get like part of them are so into themselves and it's really funny because they're always talking like, oh my God, I just got this part and like my headshot, Some of them are like that, and some of them are really cool and into the acting and the magic of it, and that's what I fell in love with. So I really connected with those people. So, yeah.
What is one acting technique that could come in handy when you have to deal with a narcissistic boss or relative or in a narcissistic relationship? What is one technique that you've learned from your acting experience and classes that could be implemented in dealing with a narcissist?
Yes. And clearly you can tell I'm not controlling my face or acting with you guys. I'm being myself, but I'm making all these weird faces. So really, like I said
we're
before,
used to it though. Okay.
Pretending and imagining like real quick, like I'm this other character, like I've got it all together and, come hell or high water, like you're not going to bend me. Like I will stand my just instead of being like insecure in my head, how I would feel if I didn't go, okay, now I'm this, I'm this person and I'm going to make sure I show that I'm confident and that they can feel that vibe and stare them straight in the eye and talk directly to them. Yeah. And, go ahead and lean into that character, even though it is part of you. It's all parts of you that you're just bringing out from inside you and allowing it to flow. That's what it is. Anyone can do it. It just takes some practice. It's like a muscle, right? When you go to the gym, work out. So Yeah.
So you embody a totally different character to deal with that situation. If I understand it, is that right or no?
That's right. I didn't think of it in the moment. I think it's a survival skill. And then when I started doing acting training, I realized that and took it a step further, of course.
Yeah.
And,
sometimes it's just to survive. We have to become like Mary Poppins, Martha Stewart. I was as perfect as I could be. And it also got me away from him because I stayed in the kitchen, or I was baking or taking care of kids.
Wow, that's so true. And it makes us lie. I was just thinking about that today, and I talked to a therapist a long time ago about that. She's like, you had to lie, Crystal, to survive. Think about who was around you and what was going on. I'm like, you're right, because I always got told, like, you're lying, and all that kind of stuff. And it made me feel bad. And later I tried to be honest, and it was even worse. So, you got to be around the right people to be honest. So sometimes you have to lie to protect yourself or children, just like Susie was saying.
Yeah, pretend everything's okay. Always pretending something, always being something, being who they want in the moment or what they want.
Wow.
And then when people would come over, you had to pretend everything was okay. You could have just had the biggest blowout. They lose their minds. House is a wreck. You fix everything quick and carry on like nothing happened.
Man.
And they're never accountable.
No.
Because
you would
awesome.
never know. Yeah, you'd never know what I lived in, the things that we go through.
No,
never know.
And that's a character that you played. You didn't even realize you were acting because it is parts of you from inside. It's a survival instinct.
So
you turn into a chameleon. Literally.
Does that mean you have to let a certain part of you die or be numb?
I could never be who I am. I was never my true personality with him. And then I couldn't be with my kids unless he was out of the house. But then I was broken or upset or stressed or worried of what was coming next. So, no.
Of course. No, I did the same thing and didn't act like myself, but I prefer to think of it as putting it on a shelf and going, okay, I'm going to learn from this. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to see this to completion and learn the lesson. And then I'm going to pick myself off the shelf and be even better and stronger.
Interesting.
I realized at some point I looked at it like that. How weird is that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're calling it what it is. That would be a weird thing for people to experience. I'm thinking about individuals who are going through this right now, and they know nothing about narcissism or toxic people, unhealthy behavior, and they're thinking something's wrong with them, and in actuality, they're just trying to survive.
Yeah,
that's what comes to mind for me.
Yes,
exactly.
That they can feel emotionally trapped in themselves, but they're actually the normal person. They're really the normal one. But everybody else is going to, based upon what the others around them hear from the narcissist, can start to say, well, no, they really have a problem. You can't trust what they say. And they're just being forced to, would you say, Susie, be a chameleon?
Yeah. Now looking back, my family members that I'm reconnecting with, family and friends, they all say now that they would come up for holidays and whatnot. And they got so tired of watching me be this robot, like a Stepford wife. And I never sat with them and ate. I never talked to anyone. I just worked, made everything and worked and stayed in the kitchen because I just disassociated to the point that I wasn't myself. They saw it. I don't even think they knew what it was, but no one ever liked him. Everyone knew that my personality was just being, I was just a shell of who I was. I didn't have my personality anymore. I couldn't be happy. I couldn't be funny. I couldn't be silly. I couldn't dance. I couldn't sing. I couldn't laugh.
Oh, wow. You're killing me now. That's crazy.
He would literally say to me, act like a grown-up or you're crazy. Yeah. Did you imagine? But it was slowly, because when I first met him, he loved those things about me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Loved it. Oh, he thought I was funny and, all these great things. And then.
Did you ever say, remember why you fell for me? Do you not recall?
Yeah. Well.
Hey, you know what?
I think they want. they
That would have
want
been
to
a great
be,
thing to say, right? Right,
yeah.
Crystal? You're like, excuse me? You do know who I am, right? It's just like,
I did that. I
did you
went
just
back and
meet
forth
me
from
or do
being,
you remember who I am?
yeah, I went back and
I
forth from
would,
being like Susie to in their face, just like back and forth, and couldn't make up
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
yeah.
I remember you saying that on the first show we did together, Crystal, and I totally could envision you being that because you were
Oh,
into debate, and then we're gonna throw
oh,
it down right now, and you're gonna bring
oh
the facts, and you're
man.
gonna pull all your lawyer moves out and stuff you knew to
Trust
do.
me.
Yeah,
I
and
pushed
and
so
then I
hard.
remember as we kept doing shows, you got some love on the screen, Crystal, by the way, from Rick.
Oh, thanks. I'm sorry I can't see it.
And he just says, Crystal, you're a good person. And 100% he gave you. And Mia,
Thanks.
you are a good person too. He says to you as well, Marianne, appreciating both of you. Appreciate it a great deal. I'm still waiting for the one for Susie. But anyhow, what I
Crystal,
was going to say, no, I'm just messing with him.
They're
yeah.
used to
I'm messing
talking
with Rick.
over our issues.
Crystal, I'm curious when you would push back, right? Because when I pushed back, I defended myself. I would call him out on everything in the beginning, and then he got nastier. And then I would, he would start with me, and I'd get bigger, louder, more, more in his face, and then it started to get violent. So
Right.
that reactive abuse that he pushed me, and I had no choice but to defend myself. But as time went on, I just didn't fight back at all, didn't defend myself. But did you get that? Did you start
Very,
falling for
yeah.
the reactive abuse ploy?
Maybe we were on like opposite sides because it took longer. It was the very end when it became a domestic violence situation and some things went down and I left. Like that was at the end and that was like, obviously a decision point. But before it was a lot of like, he looked like he was going to blow a gasket. It looked like his head was going to pop out and his eyes would bulge because he would get so upset and like he would just throw stuff, start cursing. And whether it was on a text or in person, it didn't matter. It was just, I couldn't help but just keep debating and pushing because I was like, well, you don't make any sense. I'm like, listen to what you're saying. Like, you sound like, it just made me so mad because I was treating him like he was me or like a normal person. And it really took me a while because you have love and you keep loving and loving. Going, I don't understand. I'm giving you everything. Like, what's wrong?
Mm-hmm. Very confusing.
So,
very confusing.
made him
And then you want to
feel-
fix them. I wanted to fix them, help them,
Mm.
show
I
him
knew I could.
how he was making me feel, or bring it to his attention. Maybe he wasn't aware. No, he was aware.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're doing.
I did the
I
same
think
thing.
so.
I think I looked up personality disorders, like I Googled it, and I was in between NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, and something called borderline personality disorder. So I went with the BPD, the borderline one, so that, because I'm like, okay, I can't go this way. He's going to freak out. Let me go with this one. And I sat him down and pulled open the laptop and was like, I really want to talk to you.
Right. I want to help you because we did.
So
you want to fix this.
You sat him down and you're going to do an intervention. Go ahead.
Can you believe that? I have balls, right, to do that. I knew in the look he gave me, he was very calm when we had that conversation. I was amazed. He was just very calm, making the eye contact with me. He didn't freak out I was amazed. I was like, let me just read some of the behaviors out to you and some things that we're dealing with. And this is why we keep getting in these situations. And I'm reading it and it does fit. And I want to just see what you think. And maybe we can talk to a therapist about it or talk to somebody about it. Let me see what you think. I approached him from that very peaceful way of like informing him.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
I did that.
I've heard the story before, so I'm laughing because hearing you say it now is different than when you told me the very first time. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't remember even saying that before. Good Lord.
And you really were hoping that you were making progress, as it were, right?
I was curious. Susie, I don't know if you looked up stuff and researched. Everybody's like, why is my partner being an asshole? Oops, we're not supposed to curse.
Wait, and then what happened?
Oh, how did he respond? He was just very calm. I can't really remember what he said, but it was very vague. He didn't say yes or no. I think he was just trying to get through the situation, maybe without saying, I don't know what, maybe he was acting in that moment because he did not freak out.
That's what I was
Super
going to ask.
calm. Kept his cool. I was like, why is he being so calm? That's freaky.
Do you
I'll
think
tell
that
you
was
why.
the first time? Do you think that was the first time he heard it, or maybe he had heard it before? Somebody told him before.
No clue. I don't even want to pretend like I know, but obviously relationship problems galore. But I don't know what any of his other ladies would have said to him. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Susie,
did he get shark eyes?
Shark
Oh, I've seen all the different eyes, the reptilian eyes, black eyes, red.
Dead eye.
I've seen red, black, brown, like all the colors. Is that
scary? I had that where I would confront him on what I thought was wrong, or what a situation that was happening, or he was behaving a certain way. This is in the middle, I'd say. And he would same thing, listen very intently, like almost grateful I brought it to his attention, and just taking it all in. Little did I know he was calculating in his mind.
Yep.
Like, oh, she knows. Oh, how am I going to get back at her? Oh, this is not going to go well. She is not going to get away with this. And that's when he started with his flying monkeys and his smear campaigns, and because he had to discredit me. So I think it made it harder for me. It made it worse. I think if you're going through something like this and you figure it out and you start to learn the signs and the symptoms and the behaviors, keep it to yourself, because it can get very dangerous. And that's when you need to reach out and get support and have your escape plan and figure out how you're going to salvage whatever is left of money and your things and your sanity, because it gets worse. Once you figure it out, that's the end. That's the way it is. There's no going back from that. Unless they understand and recognize there's something wrong and they choose to get help from themselves. You can't tell someone to get themselves help. You can't tell someone to change. And if you call them out on what's wrong with them, they're not going to take it very well. Be careful, because that's what I went through.
Make an exit plan, right? Then we need to be the cool, calculated one. Once you realize what's going on, just get like, okay, I see what's happening. Let me go ahead and make a plan and start reaching out and finding resources and that kind of thing. It's the best, safe way to do it, right? If you can.
Get as much knowledge as you can and as much support as you can.
I wanna say this. Actually, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to put something up on the screen, and I'm going to ask everyone to please do something. Oh, shucks, I don't have it. I'm going to take a moment. I got something.
Crystal, how long were you with him?
2 years.
Okay.
That we lived. Yeah, so it wasn't anything like your longevity. And I've dealt with other ones too, but I haven't like openly talked about that. This was like the one that the icing on the cake that made me come out, that Paxton found me on Twitter ranting. So
Paxton, I don't know. You were on Twitter letting everybody know what time of day it was when it came to narcissistic abuse. And now that I've got what I want, I'm
starting her healing process.
I'll put it up on the screen. Everybody, please make sure you support Crystal on her YouTube channel. Crystal, please tell everyone your YouTube channel. Will you give them a tease about your YouTube channel? Tell them how they can find you, please. Or put it in the chat, type it in.
You can find me at Crystal-Tease. There's a little like hyphen or a dash. Crystal dash, because I'm making a dash running around teasing everybody about everything. So it's a little dash in there.
So cute.
I just came up with that. Yeah.
Right. Hey, I got to tell you, you got some things on. Oh, go ahead, please. You got some comments on the screen for Crystal, but I'll read them to you in a second, Crystal. You were going to say something, Crystal? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say. Yeah. I can't remember now. Great. Susie.
I wanted to ask you, Crystal. So now when you date, or I don't know if you do or you don't, but are you?
Oh my goodness. I can't believe you just did that. You know what? Are you trying to plug your show coming in December on dating? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
She has a special show, everybody, coming. She's trying to get the plug in right now. It's about dating.
I need a little advice.
Oh, so, was I supposed to say that? Oh, that was supposed to be a surprise.
You can say
too late. The cat's out of the bag now.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
So when you started stepping out again, right? And like, I don't know, just finding friends.
Stepping out.
Wait, is that what we used to say? Stepping out.
No,
All right.
I'm teasing you. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm relearning my vocabulary. Bear with me. No, seriously. When you started like going out or making friends or socializing again, how about that? Did you look at everyone like a potential narcissist, or were you more like gave them time? Were you how did it go? Like
I don't know.
I don't want to judge people, but at the same time, I'm a little leery.
Yeah, no, I think it's good to be leery, a little careful. I was too happy and excited. I was feeling like myself. I was running around exercising, going out with friends again, doing this and that. So I was like, I'm great. And yeah, I went on like one date and I knew that wasn't a match, but he, it was fine. More like a brother-sister vibe, like a cousin. It was a nice dinner, and he gave me a book. For some reason, he brought a book to the dinner, and I still have it. And I read it.
What book?
It helped me, and we ate at a Vietnamese restaurant. Oh, I
hold
told you guys
up.
Story.
Wait a minute. What book?
It's Letting Go. Letting Go by David Hawkins, and I've talked about it.
Wait a minute.
Dr. Seuss book?
No, letting go. Why is he okay? Did you have like lengthy conversations where he felt the need to bring you this book? Like, did you spill too much? That's another question.
I know there's a lot actually. We were both.
Was it a coloring book?
About,
pictures?
No, it's the
color forms.
We talked about psychology.
Holograms.
Oh no! Oh my gosh.
Were you like a little confused?
Susie, it was a pop-up.
No, I was not confused because we had a phone conversation, and then like on his profile it says we're both interested in psychology. So you already know both of us are like a mess.
Brainiacs.
We talked about it on the phone. Yeah, he's a holistic physician, and we talked about psychology, and he acted like mature, like he just so healed and great. And I'm like, well, I'm in my healing process. And so I guess that's why he brought it. But it was a rough date because my car got towed while we were finishing up dinner because he was so into talking that anyway, don't even want to go there.
Okay, save that for her
show. You didn't figure that out from the phone call? Oh my gosh.
No, save it for the show. Save it for Susie's show.
I enjoyed the conversation.
Wait, I have the most important question.
She only asked this question of you because she wants to get to her experiences she's been having, going on 400 dates and going to concerts.
Was he cute?
Oh my goodness! I don't believe you asked that question.
I was not attracted to him.
Cute kills.
That's what I want to know. Exactly. So did you choose someone different?
Ugly? Is that
yes. I can't even go. Oh my God, I'll blush the heck out of my face if I talk about the next one. I really fell.
Okay.
For him.
All right. Don't talk about it. Don't. I don't want you.
We're gonna have to save it. We're gonna have to do a show on this.
Yeah, I don't want her to. Then we're gonna have to cancel, stop the show, and we're gonna have to have intervention after the show. Yeah, she starts shaking and fast. Okay. So, question. Here we go. Here's a question. What does he say, Rick? Rick is saying what? Oh, first of all, Rick says, Crystal, you're an intelligent, beautiful woman. And he also says, I'm so sorry for you, Crystal, talking about something you talked about earlier and your ex. And y'all, good night. Okay, we'll give you one of these. Goodbye, my friend.
Hi, Rick.
Thanks for coming.
So here we go. If you had to describe which character in a movie, think of the most recent movie you saw. Mm-hmm. Don't say the name of the movie. Just think of whatever movie, the last movie you saw. Movie, not television show. The last movie that you saw, which character in that last movie you saw was a narcissist? I'm going to say goodnight to Marianne. Marianne, we're going to promote your book. We're going to keep promoting your book. Thank you very much for being here, Marianne. Night to you. Get some rest. Hashtag stay narc free. Which character in the last movie that you saw would you consider a narcissist?
I'm trying to remember the last movie I saw.
I know the movie, but I'm like, wait, let me make sure.
I'll let you go first, Crystal.
Oh
I gotta go on
God.
my Netflix.
Google
I'm
it.
looking on
It was a fun
Netflix. What have I watched?
I watched The Wrong Missy. Have you guys heard about that on Netflix? It's
Wait. Say the character. Who's the character?
so that's what I was like. Is it the main guy? Oh my
Google
gosh,
it.
it's
We got
Dana
time.
Carvey. That's what I was like.
Was it a good movie? I need some ideas.
It is. It's
Well, hold
just
on. I'm gonna buy you some
zany.
time because we gotta say welcome to Mia because she was never
Oh, yay! Hi, Mia. I'm glad you're still here.
leaving. Sorry, I just sent her on her way. She go like, "Hey, I was only saying goodnight to Rick."
I'm not going nowhere.
Hanging out with the crew.
Last movie. What is the last movie I saw? I watched like series. Do series count?
No.
Can I bend the rules a little?
Yes, bend the rules.
Thank you.
Because there are no rules for you to bend, but go ahead,
right.
bend the rules. And while you're doing that, you can just take your time. I got it. I'm going to put some stuff up on the screen. So I just want to say much love to somebody. I was trying to buy you guys some time, and I ain't got nothing in here to buy you guys some time. I ain't got nothing here, but keep talking. I can play music louder.
What was the last movie you saw?
I'm looking. I have
forgot.
Netflix.
I could tell you guys a movie in just a second. Oh, I want to do something. Doggone. I literally have nothing loaded in this part of the show. I can do Crystal again. Here's Crystal again. Everybody go support Crystal.
Hair looks great, Crystal.
I told her.
Gosh.
See?
Yeah, it really looks great. Honestly,
I told her that the other day.
Thanks.
You look
It's
good.
growing out good for you. You look fine.
Feels better.
She's paranoid.
Feels
She's
better.
paranoid about her hair, and I told her, tell her, Susie, she looks fine.
It looks beautiful.
But see, I get like that when I look in the mirror at moments because I look really rough because it changed. But when I go out, I'm like, yeah, I'm a badass. You know, like that kind of vibe. Like I don't.
She's walking the runway.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. We all feel like the other when we're home.
Yeah. If you look in the mirror too much, you get in your head. You got to get out and go outside.
Did you ever feel like so crappy, and then you kind of get a glimpse in the mirror and you're like, oh, I don't look that bad.
Yeah.
Like I've been so low, like in bed and
funny.
feeling like blah. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. Okay. If I wash my hair, it'll look a lot better.
Oh my God. Yeah. Don't even go there. I skip showers sometime on purpose just to, just to feel it a little bit more. And then it feels better.
Remember where you came from so we can appreciate being clean.
So you accumulate dirt just so you can wash it off? Is that how that works?
I do that on purpose. I do that with a lot of things. It's very weird.
Do you go without eating for a while just so you know what hunger feels like in Africa? Is that how you do it?
I don't do that on purpose, but sometimes I'm just not hungry or I get busy.
You're just not hungry. Okay.
Yeah, like
all right.
today,
Got it.
The last few days I haven't really. Do you guys
thank
do that?
you for. No, I'm just being a social scientist, just trying to figure you out. Don't mind me.
Are you
what does she got here? Auntie Tanya. Who's that? Is that a character in a movie?
Oh, in a movie? Which movie?
Auntie. Okay, Marianne, you got us. You win. You gotta tell us what that is. Auntie Tanya.
Yeah, what are you watching?
Some murder mystery. Some murder mystery thing. So TV series. Maybe I have to go TV if you guys can't think of movie. Come on, Crystal. I know you go to the movies. Come on now.
You're so good with acting and.
Oh yeah, I have more.
What are you, Pax? What have you watched?
I'm sitting here trying to think right now. What movie did I watch? We've been watching different shows from Paramount Plus and Hulu. So I systematically watch what my daughters want me to watch, shows that they find, and then I find shows and they watch it. So we exchange watching shows, movies night.
That's fair.
So
we accumulate, they like that, but we all have our separate tastes. But we also have our own separate movies we watch together. So there's certain shows, TV shows or whatever, I watch with one daughter, with Shar. You guys know Shar. And then others I watch with Bree. But
serious?
Usually with Bree, I'm watching French movies, stuff from foreign countries with subtitles.
Oh.
Where with Shar, I'm watching something totally different. which is usually what I would never watch, but she's got pretty good taste, so I'll watch it. You know, I almost said the name of the show. Oh, there's like shows that are on Fox and different. What's the show Trent? That's the best, only one I can think of right now. You guys ever seen that? Trent? He's a detective, police officer guy. He solves crimes.
I don't watch TV.
And I know but movies you watch, don't you?
Movies and just streaming shows. I guess I don't. TV, I just haven't had one in so many years.
That's the problem, because I haven't either.
It's from Mamma Mia, she's saying.
Oh.
Auntie Tanya is from Mamma Mia.
Yes.
Okay, let's flip this all around. Forget that question. I'm asking, what? Oh, SWAT. Oh my goodness, wait, the current one, the new one or the old one? The old one. Do you remember the old one, Susie?
I remember the old one.
Old. Yeah,
vaguely.
You were still probably
I wasn't not that much younger than you.
The original SWAT. Yeah, that was crazy back in the day. All right, so here we go. Who is your right now? Who is your favorite actor that you can think of? Your favorite actor?
There's been so many.
Who is your favorite actor that you'll flip your hair for?
Oh my gosh.
All right, I know. I knew you would say that. Oh, you're like,
look at me. I'm taking this way too serious.
What are you Googling over there? Who is your favorite actor right now off the top of your head?
Right now? That's what I'm like.
Susie?
I don't have one.
You don't like anybody.
What do I want?
I don't like anybody. I just want to go.
I'm dealing with myself right now. I'm in seclusion.
Well, Marianne's chiming in. I can tell you that right now.
There you go. Thank you, Marianne.
Bronson is who she says.
I'll borrow one of hers. Okay.
Really?
I'll borrow one of hers and two more in the future. Pierce Brosnan is who she says. All right.
Okay.
What is he in?
Cool.
What is he in? Did you just say that?
Yeah.
James Bond. He did modern James
for a while.
You have to understand, I didn't watch movies and television unless it was what the narc wanted to watch. So I have to catch up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you guys know haven't watched Princess Bride yet either. Go ahead.
No.
What did you say?
Oh, that one's really good.
Who?
Christian Bale. I had.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I had it bad for him for like years when I was married and even after, and they all teased me. Our whole family was like, "Oh, she's obsessed with Christian Bale." Maybe it's because I wasn't happy, and I became obsessed with this actor because he was a good actor. But then I started looking up stuff about him online and looking at his picture, and I was like, "What is wrong with me? Am I like acting like a little teenage girl again?" Yeah.
Aww.
Oh man, Christian Bale. Occupied. He was Batman, also, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he
did Batman.
He's a very serious actor. He's gotten a lot of flack for being so serious, taking his craft seriously. But I'm like, okay,
so
he does a good job.
He played Batman. So did what's his name? Is it Stacy? What's his name? Keaton. I'm saying it all wrong.
Michael.
Who are the guys? Michael Keaton. Thank you.
Michael Keaton. I know.
Okay, so between Michael Keaton and Christian Bale, which one was the better Batman?
Christian Bale. That's just my opinion.
Say that. Yeah, you're gonna go like that's my opinion.
Don't be silly. That's just.
Yeah.
I just like him.
So, did you watch the Batman cartoon? Did you guys watch cartoons of superheroes?
Not really.
No? Back in the day.
Or just Bugs Bunny?
Superman was great. Remember Superman? Remember the movie Superman when that first came out?
Yep. With Christopher Reeves?
Yeah, that was good.
Did you watch Superman when it was on TV? Yeah.
Yeah. Superman, Batman.
Going into the phone booth?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Lois Lane.
It teleported them? Or was that? I'm trying to remember.
No, that's where he changed.
No, I believe you just said that.
We didn't have that back then, Crystal.
Crystal, you just made us. You made all of us old. You just made all of us old all of a sudden, and that was Doctor Who. Doctor Who did. He used it
as like a dressing room.
Did anybody remember Doctor Who? By any chance?
I remember the name.
Somebody said George Clooney there.
Oh my gosh!
Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah, Bradley Cooper. Yeah.
God, there's so many. Ryan Gosling. I always liked Brad
Hey,
Pitt.
did you see the new one with Ryan Gosling? I think that was the last movie. No, that's not the last movie I saw. That's the second to the last movie. Did you see? Oh my goodness, starts with the H. Help me out, Crystal. Google
the one
it
with
for me.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, I like her too. By the way, I like
that.
if that's
She's
right.
amazing.
The stuntman one. No,
Okay.
maybe I'm mixing it up. Am I getting it wrong?
Oh,
She's in. It's It's a remake of the TV show. It's,
is it?
Starts with a. Oh my goodness.
Hold on. No, you're making The Fall Guy.
Thank you.
The Fall Guy.
You
I
guys see
wanted
that
to
movie
see
yet?
that.
Okay,
Not yet.
that's my movie recommendation to you, Susie.
Fall Guy. Okay.
I think
Is
it's
it on Netflix?
No.
Or Hulu?
For
A friend of mine just gave me his Hulu. Are you allowed to do that?
I think
Passwords?
Yeah. We
Okay.
we still do that. We have a friend of the family. She's on our plan.
Okay.
But
People
yeah, Fall Guy. I think Susie, you'll like it.
All right.
Wait, do you like figuring out stuff, Susie? Do you like
Yeah, of course.
mystery? Okay.
I need something
I think you'll
that
like
keeps
it.
me captive. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
questioning.
I think it'll hold your attention pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're like you met Brianna. You're like my youngest. She has the remote. You could kiss it. A 2-hour movie becomes 20 minutes real quick.
Yeah.
Seen that?
Oh,
done.
really?
Boring. Figured it out. No, they did it. Okay, I'm done. She literally will do that, and you would go like, okay, we just.
Maybe she's not watching
Totally.
the right movies then, because you're supposed to get
Oh
lost.
no,
Yeah.
there's certain movies she'll get lost.
It's got to be not
Series,
watching the right
certain
movie.
certain series. Oh yeah, she'll watch them. Italian movies, Italian shows, certain things like that. French, whatever. Oh, she'll watch it straight through. There is no fast forwarding because she's captivated by it. A lot of American movies, it's just a thing. It's my fault. I got them all like that. It's
No, 'cause I
like
do
the
that
plots
too.
are the same.
Yeah, you have to be into it, just like a book
The
or whatever.
Rookie.
Like,
That's what I was gonna say. You guys ever seen The Rookie?
I remember
Yeah.
it. I don't.
That's real big in our house over here for them.
the baseball with the kid.
No, the TV show with the police officers.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, I
Like-
think I remember that.
The Rookie, the movie. You mean I think that's
It's from the 90s. It's like this
Yeah.
cute little boy kid.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, something like that.
They're playing baseball, and it's one of those coming of age feel good movies. I thought he was so cute when I saw it.
What's the one where the ball goes over the fence and the guy's really old and mean and the kids are trying to get the ball back? That's probably
that
the
Sandlot?
movie everybody. That is it?
Old?
I think-
Sandlot, right? That one's very
Oh,
popular.
remember the Bernstein? Was it the Bernstein Bears
The Bears?
baseball team?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the burnt, like the.
You talking about the little kids?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think of the name.
The coach.
Oh my goodness. Something Bears, right?
And the kid. Yeah, something Bears.
Okay,
Maybe it was just
Marianne,
Bears.
help us out in the chat. Something Bears. I don't remember.
Something Bears.
What about actress?
There she
You guys-
goes. Bad News Bears. I knew we was
Bad
gonna
News-
get it.
Oh,
I'm impressed. Oh, thanks, Mango.
Oh,
Bad
Mango
News
did it. Okay,
Bears.
thank you. Oh, here
Yeah.
you go, Mango. Thank you very much, Mango.
Mango.
I like that.
Mangoes are good.
I know. It's
Yeah.
making me want one right now, actually. I'm like, oh.
How about papaya? Do you like papaya?
They're not as good as mangoes, in my opinion. What about you?
I think it's like an acquired taste.
Papayas,
Yeah.
you mean?
Papaya.
That's a nice way to put it.
Mhm.
Yeah, one time I tried to buy a red papaya and I smelled it, and I don't even want to say what it smelled like. I was like, I cannot
Really?
eat
Is that
this
bad?
in the trash. I don't know if it was just where I bought it from or what, but
Susie's laughing.
Because I'm thinking of them. They have to be like ice cold. You got to get those nasty seeds out.
that sounds like
ASAP.
not fun.
Oh, I don't like
I mean,
seeds.
mangoes are good, and like watermelon. I
for
like
you.
juicy, moist fruit that it's like I'll just eat it in the kitchen and it's like dripping down my mouth and my hands, and it looks very
Okay.
like sensual.
Do you like your meals the same way? Juicy meals, or do you like kind of a dry kind of a meal?
You know,
what's a dry meal? Like a sandwich?
Well, no, there are people that don't like a lot of sauces. They just want it like as plain as possible.
No, I love it saucy, and spicy, and seasoned, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
I like
it bland.
What, Susie?
You guys like
spicy? I like, but I have never tasted ketchup, mustard, or mayonnaise.
I just
really
you never cease to surprise me with the things that you end up saying.
Ever, I will starve. Ever. There's a story behind it. Ever. Never, ever.
You're not
hot
missing
dog,
anything.
Not on a hot dog?
Nope. Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise. Would you like me to elaborate?
Hey, Crystal, I have to eat a hot dog in order to be an example to people to not eat them. I'm sacrificing myself for others.
Right?
So
that's how I feel.
No ketchup, no nothing.
Nope, can't do it.
You put butter. I know you love butter, though.
I'll eat butter, yeah.
Man. You put butter on popcorn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Butter's good. And I like spicy.
You have to talk about food right now. Oh, my God.
All right, everybody. Yeah, what kind of spicy? A good question.
Like,
spicy's good. I can do straight up cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
Really?
Like I can put so much cayenne pepper and crushed pepper on whatever, soup, pasta, anything, that it's like red.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, really.
I'm glad you told me that before you come out here and start cooking.
Wouldn't do it to anyone else.
I'm gonna have to check it out before I eat
it.
Like,
even on the side. You don't like spicy?
No, I'm the spicy one in this family, and when I was growing up, oh yeah, I love spicy. I'll do spicy anytime, but I'll do hot. I'll do spicy. I just don't do ruin my lining of my stomach spicy. I don't do that. You can burn my throat, but just not my stomach muscles. I don't want. Just like
what about that show Hot Wings? Have you guys seen that where the
Hot
celebrities
Wings. Never heard of it.
eating? Oh my God, what?
They eat hot wings? Is that what you said? That's the show? Is that the show?
Yeah. So I forgot the guy's name.
Why are we not interviewing these people? Why are we not interviewing them and putting them on your shows?
I know. I watch it regularly.
They eat hot wings.
Yeah,
that's it.
They interview them the whole time. They interview them and ask them questions while they're introducing each hot sauce and saying which Scoville unit it is, how hot it's going to be, and they watch their reactions. And
is it the one where they sit at the tables? I think I have seen that. I mean, we're talking about a different one. Is it where they sit at the table and they have sometimes famous people doing it?
Yeah, there's sauces and wings on the table.
Yes. I have seen that. Actually, that is pretty funny. It actually is pretty funny.
The whole show?
Yes, it's a show.
It's short. Yeah, I don't know if it started on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, I think. I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah, they have it streaming now on something. I clicked on it. I don't know if it was Prime or I clicked on something. Was it Hulu? I don't know.
Is it on Prime now? It may be.
They put it on something.
It started on YouTube, and I remember they showed a clip of what do you call them, the Backstreet Boys or whatever? They had them doing it.
Really?
They wanted to be on the show. Yeah, it was crazy. Because
what is it like?
We may not be talking about the same show. They had them do spicy food, and then they had them do like peppers. Everybody go Google it or YouTube it or whatever. The one I'm talking about, Susie, and the one Crystal's talking about. We're gonna need to find that one too. I want to check that out. Or if you find it, just send it to me in the WhatsApp.
Yeah, this one's Hot Ones. My favorite person on there was Jennifer Lawrence. If you guys know her,
I've seen that one.
I love her. First of all, it's like I would be friends with her, but she's an amazing actress. I just love her sense of humor. But hers was the most entertaining to me because I feel like I would act like her.
Says something in the chat about what you're talking about. He says the Hot Ones, the channel changed its name to First We Feast or something like that.
What?
And Marianne says, Susie, you would kill my stomach with the spicy.
I'll leave it on the side. Yeah.
You can just dip it. Just like.
There you go. Or put your own on.
What's the latest recipe? Or what is a recipe? Let me change that. Take that question, throw it away. What recipe would you like to leave with the audience tonight before we go?
Well, Susie has that. She's an Italian cook.
What do you want?
No, What recipe do you want to leave with the audience tonight?
Okay,
Who cares
so
what they want? Just leave whatever
okay.
you want.
So I had Gloria over yesterday for lunch, and she requested chili. So she drove up here, and we went to the food store and bought all the ingredients, and I made her homemade chili, turkey chili.
Check you out.
Yeah, and I left
And
the
did not
cayenne
ship any to
on the
me.
side. No. Well, I'll make you some when I come out there. Crystal, I'll make you some too.
That sounds so good.
Hey, you know, that's what we ought to do. We ought to meet in Florida and do a show
There
with
you
Crystal
go.
in person. You and I should just go to
That'd be
Florida
fun.
Please,
and we
do
meet
it.
in person. And
where
then
would we
can,
go in Florida?
would you say,
awesome.
where would you go?
Yeah, where
Well,
should we go in Florida?
We would do it on the lawn in front of you. We do it in the driveway of your parents' house. We do it right there
Or
at your house.
Hey,
can you just like come
We
through
do
the
a
roof?
live show coming to
bust
you
those
live from
covers.
Florida,
Absolutely.
the driveway, and that's what we would do it.
you got a barbecue? I cooked in an RV. I've cooked outside of the road.
A
Just
rat
give me a little
infested,
hot
roach
plate.
infested RV.
That's it. Just give me a little fire. You go to the dollar store, pick up some pots and pans.
I go make you fire. I make you fire, lady, and I make
Okay.
fire. And then Susie, you and I and Crystal, when we're done
Give me
after
2
eating,
buckets and
and
a piece of wood.
we'll sit there and we'll talk about stuff. We'll go on live on YouTube and start talking. The little homemade fire I make for you. Try not to burn down your house.
Oh my
They'll
goodness.
call the police. There's a black guy out here making a fire. What's he doing?
Homemade fire.
Homemade fire.
Oh, have you seen that Medea movie where oh god, I'm gonna get myself in
I
trouble.
just thought of a movie. Go
Which
ahead.
one? No, tell me.
The Quiet Place, the latest one. Have you seen that?
That's what I was thinking of earlier when I couldn't think of it. When
Hey,
I
I'm
had my own.
trying a movie. That is the
going.
last movie we saw
Oh.
on our movie night. Was that one, and before that was the one I told you, the Fall Guy one,
Yeah.
which was better than I expected. The Fall Guy one. It was a little. And Ryan Gosling has another movie where he plays a protector for this girl. I can't think of the name of it. You just have to Google his name, everybody. Those of you in the chat, if you want to see it, it's like the last 2 movies he's done. And he was, I've seen him act in a lot of things, but the last 2, he did pretty good. I know he kind of plays the same character, but he was funny. He was just,
Ryan
he can be
Gosling.
funny, actually. He can be
do
funny.
a lot of things.
Yeah,
Have you seen him in Crazy Stupid Love and The Place Beyond the Pines?
You know you're talking to me, right? And I
Those
don't
are really good.
seek out romantic movies like that. I'm just
Well, The Place Beyond the Pines was more dramatic. I was just surprised at how much I liked it. But that's where he met his wife, I read, Eva Mendes. See, I don't follow celebrities, but every once in a while I'll be like, what's this movie? And then before you know it, I've read things too fast. I read too fast. And I'm like, well, I know all this stuff now, even though I didn't, stalk these celebrities. So I don't know everything, but I know what I know. I remember.
So Susie would be in charge of the chili.
Yes.
Susie would make chili with cayenne pepper on the side, and you would provide the place for us to come and film the show. And I would bring the water and the drinks.
The water in the
Sounds like a plan.
We would need water or something because she's going to try to set us on fire with her food. I know she is.
No, I promise I'll leave it on the side.
And we'd leave the chat open, and the chat could join us. They could get chili. Everybody would have chili. The chat would have chili. We would have chili, and it'd be a chili show.
Oh my god, you're making me laugh.
Listen,
I went to
we were hanging out today, but I really need everybody's help. Please make sure. Man, what did I do for you, Susie? I got something for you too. Man. All right, so I'm gonna go back here to Crystal real quick. I know I loaded this in there. Support her on our YouTube channel. It'd be time for all of us to go right now, but I need everybody to show some love. Crystal Nicole Black. Man, Crystal, it seems like I've known you for forever.
I know.
It really
Doesn't
does. And I look forward to seeing you in person one day and hanging out with you. And everybody, please show some love to Susie. Susie, you really try to help other people. If there's a lawyer out there and you need somebody to help you with your female clients that are going through a divorce are going through some type of separation and they need some support, reach out to Susie. She can be of help to them. She can help them along the way. Everybody else, please keep in mind the Susie Cosbin show. You're going to see it again in a few more weeks, I think it is, or something like that. And we're going to do some other things. This morning, got a great opportunity out of the kindness of Crystal's heart. She came and kept me company today, this morning, and did one of her famous shows talking about the inner child work. I got so much loaded into this thing, but I don't have what I want, and that irritates me. This is me being irritated.
What do you want? I'm going to find it.
What do you really want? What was that song, Crystal? Because you know all the songs.
What you want, gonna get it.
You know
it depends. What a girl wants, what a girl needs.
See, you know so many songs. Okay, everybody, I appreciate y'all being here. Susie, you don't have to go do the horses or nothing like that, do you?
No, not tonight. I'm off.
I'm just checking. I'm just asking. I forgot
dark
to ask
out
that question.
There. Dark. It's cold.
Man,
I'll be tripping over
you're
bales of hay.
Is there other stuff in the way when you're stepping out there? Horse stuff?
There's 15 horses out there. There's 3 barns. There's
really
a couple
dark. Yeah. Do you take a big flashlight going out there?
Not always. My phone.
Your phone? That's it?
The main barn has lights, and then a couple of the little barns have like outside lights, but there's no street lights up where I live.
I imagine not.
I'm up in the boonies.
Yeah. You're in the boonies where there's Goonies.
There's
the show,
you hear
the movie Goonies?
Yep. Coyotes at night, the bear.
Really? You don't take a stick or a bat?
No. The horses will warn me.
She survived the worst already.
After I survived what I just left,
Crystal.
not bad.
It's true.
Nothing scares me.
I have.
I don't get scared.
What is your last day or last week there?
I don't know.
Before moving to New York?
I told my landlord yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, that I was leaving, and I'm thinking by the end of November, mid-November. She has someone to move in already, so whenever I get my stuff out.
Yeah.
But I have until the end of November, so I'm pretty sure I'll do it before that. I'm not taking much. I'm going to take my podcast equipment, the clothes on my back. It's, I'm like these. It's hard for me because I have to let go of everything once again. You know how many times I've moved, how many places I've lived in the last 2 years. Yeah. Not just the RV. I had to stay on friends' couches, my car, all kinds of places. So it's hard. I'm trying to just let everything go and then I'll be mentally ready to just get rid of it and leave. But
get a fresh start all the way.
I agree with Crystal. It's a fresh start. What is it that you're excited to experience? What are 2 things you're excited to experience? Because you're going back home. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. The people being wanted.
Nice.
Number one. And the beach. And the beach. Yeah.
And the beach.
And then shopping and, So I'm kind of excited. Like I can buy new clothes.
It's like gone full circle, you said to me at one point. You mentioned that to me. I mean, you never wanted to be where you are. You're glad with the friends that you met. You got married. So many things have happened.
Wonderful. Yeah.
But you're ready, aren't you? You're ready.
I'm beyond ready. I didn't even know.
Beyond ready. Yeah.
I didn't even know I was ready. I didn't even know it was a possibility. I didn't even think of this. So it's pretty awesome.
It reminds me, I'm going to say this now, wasn't planning on doing it right now, but I'm going to say it. I've touched on it earlier in the show, talking about other people, but I'm going to apply it now to you. Again, I have often said, just from doing this show for the past 5 years, I've come to learn so much from so many people. And again, way over at this point, 1,800 or close to 2,000 shows. I've stopped counting at 1,800 that we've done in the past 5 years. What I've come to understand is that there's an injury. The way it was broken down, there's an injury that happens, trauma in other words. There's a healing that takes place, and that's usually where most people on social media stop, except the real professionals start talking about recovery, restoration, and then transformation. And I could truly see when you started talking about this, that you were in a recovery stage. You were recovering your dignity again. And I'm so happy. I am so proud of you. I am so glad you wrote me the first time and you opened the door for us to be able to meet and talk to you. And now you're in that recovery part. And it's almost as if you got that whole toe and foot thing moving toward the whole restoration. It's like your life is being restored back to square one, back to basics, and a full transformation will happen that will be good for everyone on the planet because another person has been able to move on. And I know what you're doing right now. And you do that. When you do that, you crack me up when you do that because I'm not trying to give you goosebumps, but you go on the other side of healing. And a lot of people don't talk about that, but the people that would be on the show with me would do it because they were professionals that said, I know what you're doing, Paxton, with the shows, but it doesn't stop at healing. It's well beyond. There are 3 other stages that happen before a person transforms back to where they need to be. And thank you for helping a lot of people in doing these shows and putting up with me and letting me beat you up a lot of times. And
For what I needed.
I'm so proud of you. But
Thank
I
you.
have to tell you, Crystal gets me every time because I told you, Crystal, I watched the first show and because I'm doing some editing and stuff. And then I talk with you. You have transformed, recovered, healed. You've just been all over and tasted every bit of it, but you always go back to center. You always go back to that part where you feel vulnerable and still comfortable to cry.
Yeah.
And when you stop doing that, there is no more Crystal. Your emotions, your facial expressions, everything about you is you moving through life doing the best you can. And I'm so proud of you. I am so happy for the times that we've talked. The show's not going anywhere, everybody. I'm not going anywhere, not that I know of. And I just want everyone to know these are 2 special people. Not because you have to treat them that way, not because they think they're special. It's the way they feel about others that makes them special. They always want to put others first, even if it means they have to step aside themselves. And special people, even if the people close to you don't know you, don't appreciate you, in the NATV community, we appreciate you more than you know. Okay? So don't ever forget that. And I just wanted you guys to know that. I normally would say this in private. You guys know who I am. But I wanted to say that to you now because I'm happy for you, Susie, but I'm really happy for you, Crystal, because today, if you didn't get a chance, go back and read the pinned comment about your show this morning. Yeah. And I told you that if you did the show, if you just go back to basics, you're going to have an impact. And you did it today. And that's the comment that was given. But there's so many things that you are not said to you that you've done to people's lives that you know nothing about by encouraging and uplifting them. So never stop speaking on social media and encouraging others. This has never been about everybody making money. If you're wondering about NATV Network and what we do, this has never been about going viral or having thousands of subscribers and everything else. Those are our byproducts of the people that have been on the show. It has nothing to do with me or my daughters. It's about the people we've had on the show. If you want to be on the show or you know someone wants to be on the show, you can always reach out to us. But remember, these 2 ladies are positive, informative, and they're encouraging. They're a nice piece of pie that make your life a whole lot better. So go subscribe to their channels. Everybody, that's enough of Daddy Paxton talking. I'm out of here. Got on my soapbox.
I like that.
I'm out of here.
Daddy
I'll put a
Paxton.
video up for everybody on the... Well, I don't even know if I should have said that. Now everybody's going to start calling me that. So I just thought about what I said. I don't know if I want to be called that. I'm old enough. Mia, Marianne, Susie, you're gonna have to get her on your show. You're gonna have to interview her.
I just asked her when she's ready.
We need to work that out. Yeah, we need to try to work that out, even if she doesn't want to be on camera. We're talking about you, Marianne, like you're not even in the room, but we need to try to get her on the show. I don't mind even if Crystal wants to join in. All of us could 3 interview her, and we talk about her book, and let her do that before you leave from Connecticut. Hopefully, we can get that worked in.
Sounds good.
And,
yes.
Because when you get to New York, you guys, ladies and gents, it's gonna be good. what we've been planning. Yeah, it's gonna be good. When she gets to New York, we got some new shows, different things we're gonna be doing for her channel that we produce her shows. You guys are gonna love it.
Maybe we can get Crystal out there to be my sidekick once in a while. We can tag team New York.
Be so good.
That's total East Coast takeover
right now. That would be so good.
Could you imagine the two of us together?
If you had her for a weekend, or if you kidnap her for a week, and you guys are doing stuff.
Kidnap me, but my son as well.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anymore. It'll be a surprise for everybody. You'll have to see it.
We'll work it out.
Yeah, we'll work it out. Yeah,
be like Sex in the City, but like cool.
Oh, girl, we would have a blast.
You know what? Don't let her be by herself. Okay, like, we don't want her to disappear, and all of a sudden
like
we can't
the classy, healed version.
Of course.
You know what? Yeah. Why don't we just do Susie and Crystal, or Crystal and Susie in New York?
There you go.
Crystal and Susie do the city.
That's it.
There you go. All right, ladies, we'll see you later. I'll talk to you guys another time. You don't have to hang around. It's late out there on the East Coast for you. I'm gonna play a video for everybody on their way out, and then I'm out of here. And next week we'll all get together. I think, Crystal, I just want to make sure to answer for everybody that has asked me this question, because she was on earlier this morning. Crystal, are you going to be back next Friday? I think I know the answer, but I'm just save me the trouble of messaging everybody that asked me the same question. You will be back next Friday in the morning to do a show? Okay, so everybody, please get your notebooks out. Some of you know who you are that I told you. She was going to do a show and have a notebook, and you asked me again, is she coming back? Yes, get your notebooks out. You can take notes when she has her sessions with you on the inner child work and a bunch of other stuff she's got. She'll tell you about it. Okay, and Susie, we're going to do your show next. Enough of me. That's enough of me talking. You guys,
see you later.
I love you. Okay,
Thank
good night.
You all.
See you. Bye for now. It is time for me to end the show for you. Blow out your eardrums. Make sure everything is where it needs to be. Let me check this. Let's see what I got for you, everybody. You know what? I'm in a mood right now. I got a 4-minute video and I got another one. I'm loving the tunes. This is NATV Network. Sit around and be thinking about the narcissist in your past relationships and troubles, or your boss. Put your feet up. Take a hike tomorrow. You're not walking alone. Somebody is always looking over your shoulder. NATV Network. We got your back.
Watching and subscribing to NATV Network. New Attitude TV.